Welcome back, Nuggets. This mother clucker's got some thoughts. Let's ruffle some feathers and get into this live stream. Hello, everybody. Are we noticing anything different? Is there something that's hinting at you that's different? Now, can I get a confirmation that everyone can hear me okay and see me okay? Because this mother clucker has elevated her tech game and is actually live streaming both on Twitch and YouTube for the first time. So I just want to make sure everyone can hear me okay. I'm using some new software and hopefully we are good. Yes, I talk now. Hello. Thank you so much. Hello. So I just want to say hello, Marshmallow. Hey, Mother of Baggins. Hey, Arvi. Hi, Mrs. Dog Lover. Hello. Hey, Amanda. Hi, Tiger Rockin'. Hey, Wide Ride. Hello, Darkwick. Mum's POV. Hello, Sweary Fairy. Hello. Hey, KRH. Hello. I think I've got everybody. Hey, Fire Rabbit. Hello. Bee Thimbles. Oh my gosh, I love that name. Hello, everybody. Okay, yes, so officially live on Twitch as well. It looks like I've got a couple of viewers over there. Hey, Wide Ride. Yes, I see you. Awesome. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Hey, Wide Ride, you're my first ever Twitch follower. Thank you. So, if the... Oh my gosh. Oh, so many of you over there. Thank you so much, Marshmallow. And, oh, this is an epic system I'm using. The Twitch and YouTube chat are, like, joined. So I don't even have to run two separate chats. That's amazing. Get rid of that. Okay. You crocheted a chooken that looked like, oh, KRH on my community tab, this one here, which actually, now that I think of it, I haven't actually looked at in a little bit. I'm so sorry. Can you post a picture of it? I would love to see it. I also really like to crochet. I'd love to see what you did. Foodie did get demonetized. I saw that, and we will be going through it. Yeah, another girl bites the dust. Dun, dun. Okay. Oh, Mother of Baggins. Baggins and Ghibli, they're adorable. Just checking. Who did I miss? Because some of you put up some really beautiful artwork, and I would love to see my creative, you know, nuggets and what they do. I should share my stuff too, actually. Yes, do put it up. Let me know, by the way, and I'll refresh. Okay, so my nuggets, I just wanted to start off by saying, and I know that a lot of you, this is probably a complete non-issue for, because people are so amazingly supportive. For those of you who don't live stream, I'll just explain. Live streaming in and of itself, compared to like making videos or doing anything else really for that matter. Sorry, I just need to clear my throat for one moment. Okay, it is very much a skill set all on its own to live stream. There's a lot going on, and I always strive to improve myself. I actually left this message on my last live stream, but I always strive to improve myself, and as a result, I kind of go back and listen, see where I can improve and things like that. And I'm not super happy with my thought processes or how I'm presenting what I want to do so far. So I think what's happening is because there's so much to monitor and so much to look at, you're witnessing a very stretched, thin attention span. And I want to really work on trying to focus my thoughts to get everything out in the manner that I want to. So I know that a lot of you don't really care about this, but because you're like, just do whatever, and I love that about you. But I wanted to put that out there because I am constantly evolving. Sorry about that. I have my voice tea here, but it is too hot. My goodness. Oh, thank you so much, that one chick, for gifting a membership. And Amanda got it. Thank you. Hi, Aurelia, I think. Hello, thank you so much. I strive to be respectful. You're not late at all, Morphe? Not at all. I'm just catching up on everything. You're not late. Don't worry about it. No, not horrible timing at all. Thank you. I'm grateful. I really appreciate that. It's a bit late, around 2 a.m. My goodness. No problem, Veronica. I understand. It's so tricky with time zones because I'm going to annoy somebody. So I had to resolve to just kind of doing it where it fits me. And I'm really sorry it doesn't fit you. Did you upload? Hate how it defaults to top. No. So, okay. So also what I've been deciding on doing for my live streams, I thought I'm kind of forming what it is that I want to do here. And what I'm thinking live streams, because I love to chat with you all. It's so much fun. Hey, Lona, hello. And I thought it would be really good to kind of run through all of the ideas. I get sent ideas from you guys all the time, which is amazing. But so many of them really aren't like enough for one video. So I thought it would be cool if we, can talk about the stuff that doesn't quite meet video requirements and just kind of have a chat about it and things like that. So like a news segment almost. Hello, Mother Chooken. Hey, French. 1 a.m. in the UK, but you're on USA time. Cool. You really want to crochet, but you'd feel bad leaving your dog alone. And you can't crochet with her at the same... For her safety and your sanity? Why? What happens, Smocks? Does she, like, run after the wall? Oh, thank you so much, Veronica. I appreciate that. Yes, my accent, I'm very proud of it. I grew it myself. Every time you see the Chooken go away, by the way, it's essentially me muting my mic. So yes, I've gotten very techie over here. It's a lot of fun. Okay, so let's get into this. Australian homemade. Exactly. And oh, in chicken news, because I know that you all like that, by the way. It's getting quite a lot warmer here, unfortunately. Geez, I'm so sorry about my voice. Little Ziggy, you know that he's been having some trouble with his PTSD, and he has developed now, all on his own. I mean, who's training who? I think he might be training me. But all on his own, he's gone and learned that my gumboots are a trigger for him. So he jumps up on a little milk crate that I have in his coop and lets me go past that way so that he doesn't get triggered. And I've been giving him sunflower seeds every time he does it. It's adorable. He's so smart. Such a nice day in Melbourne today. Lucky you. It's a little warm here. You can't braid bracelets without your cat attacking. Your dog used to get tangled up in your yarn when you crocheted all the time? Goodness. Yeah, the chicken moves now. Your pup has separation anxiety, but he's better now? Oh. Silkies, are they better or worse in the heat? They do prefer cold. Out of all of the chickens, they seem to produce the most body heat. They're like little furnaces. Although, having said that, they do kind of tolerate the heat okay as well. but are completely unbothered by colder weather. So I'd say that they're a really well-rounded chicken. Your dogs are currently falling asleep. Oh, good night, marshmallows, doggos. It's freezing in New York. Oh, do you want to trade? Okay, so things that I have to talk about. I just wanted to do a really quick catch up on the Eugenia stuff. So we had here, it doesn't do the whole thing. There we go. So this lawsuit that's been going on, just rearranging everything so you can see it because my little Vera Chooken's in the way. So I've been checking every day to see if Eugenia stuff is coming through, because they did say that by the 4th of December, they had to have all of the additional discovery documents in. Now, that doesn't mean that that's when we can access them, because it does take time to get them into the system. And then they will probably come through in that rubbish redacted form until the judge can approve it. But we did get an update on the 1st of December saying that the TikTok defendants produced additional documents today and currently anticipate completing their productions of responsive materials by the court's December 4th deadline. So at that point, they were still on schedule. I assume they're all in. We just cannot access them at the moment. Chicken at law, indeed. Your cattle dog is throwing a fit. Oh no. TMZ dropped another article. Indeed, she did. They did, and we're going to look at it too. Just watched chapter 10, and you're an eager beaver for chapter 11. Oh, thank you so much, Marshmallow. I really, really enjoy doing those, but by their nature, because they're not time sensitive, they get bumped for breaking news a lot. Hello, Chronically Online. Hello. So I am really keeping my eyes peeled for these, because I can't wait to see what sort of discovery TikTok had to cough up for this lawsuit. Okay, well, that's a good segue. So TMZ released another article saying that Eugenia has been sighted at the airport again, and you can see here, I know that I am a little too optimistic or hopeful at times. I have to be by nature, I find. But every time I see an update picture, I do kind of hope that maybe she's been using this time to recover, and then you see something like this, and clearly the condition is still active and present, and that's really, I don't know, it's disappointing, isn't it? Yeah, so I mean, at the very least, we can see that she's still around. So it is going to change social media for sure. And the girls being demonetized are absolutely kind of linked to this, as well as other things going on. She does look upset. I imagine that this kind of thing is very draining. Any of my cluckers here who have been listening to the deep dive that I've been doing on this condition, you can see why she would be looking like this for sure. I agree with you, Smocks, but it's sad, isn't it? Thank you for subscribing, Abby. Thank you. I'm on my way to 10K. Hey, that rhymes. No, that's a good question, Fire Rabbit. Is she really living? No. She's surviving. Hey, Aurelia, welcome back. Hey, little croissant. Yeah, so I mean, what do we do with this? Because I am of a firm belief that when it comes to all of the women with this kind of condition and, you know, Amber's variant that I cover, I really believe that they can't recover while also having an online presence in the way that they do. And I just kind of thought if it was ever going to happen, it would be now for Eugenia. And it's clearly not happening. Yeah. So at least there's signs of life, I suppose. That's pretty much all we can take from it. ALR and Foodie are both demonetized. I know. I know. There's quite the scandal going on. We're going to go through all of that too. In situations like this, the mental is way worse than the physical. I do agree, French, although I do think perhaps it reaches a point where the physical does start to tip the scales. No pun intended. Sorry, I didn't mean that. Yeah. Yeah. So, Quirky Love Rose, yes. Yes. Rosee is going to be a significant part of this live stream. Yep. They're going down one at a time, and I haven't checked on Hungry Fat Chick, so I'll have to do that. Interestingly, I was also thinking about glitter and lasers. Oh, Modern Satire, thank you so much. I wrote become a member. I take it you just became a clucker. Yes, you did. Thank you so much. Oh, I appreciate that. Yeah, I was thinking about glitter and lasers, and I thought, realistically, her demonetization or partial demonetization, whatever it is, probably won't actually bother her because she seems to get the most of her income from sponsorships. And then we saw her just release a video regarding kind of promoting GLP-1s, which makes me very uncomfortable as an Australian because here we do not do that, and it's odd to see from our perspective. I am also surprised it took Foodie that long. I'm a little surprised about Hungry Fat Chick too, since she is the only one that's really openly open about doing predilection content. She is, Greta? Is that confirmed? Is it verified? Hello, by the way, Greta. Nice to see you here. It creates a vicious cycle of the physical and mental dragging each other down. 100% KRH. It's so fun because I've been in live streams lurking for a really long time, and so many of your names are familiar to me, and it's like, oh no, we've been friends for so long, but really you had no idea who the Clucker was before this. Hello, Bobay. Hello. Sanjay, you're also optimistic. The path of recovery is so long. Exactly. And I think it's probably gone so far that she probably, even if she could recover at this point, there's going to be long-lasting damage. By the way, it's Sata? Oh, sorry. Not satire. Gotcha. Sata. All right, cool. I remember that. It was really hard for you to get through the last members video. Yeah. Fire Rabbit, it was really hard for me to do as well. I had to take a very long break between each stage of development of that video. It was rough. That's Freddie too. He's saying hello. He was in my last Snap crew. You met him. I see the unhinged things you say in Jordy's chat. Indeed. You cannot hide from me. Pretty sure Salah was demonetized before Foodie. Due to inactivity, yeah, that can absolutely be a thing. Chronically online, no problem. Yeah, absolutely welcome in the replay. I love my replay nuggets. So hello, replay nuggets for future reference. You missed some of the stream. Oh, you didn't miss much, Star, don't worry. We're just running through some Eugenia updates. My boys are loud. That was Axel. Hopefully they're not bothering you. I'm on Chooken monitoring at the moment. Sometimes during my live streams, I can, my husband can watch out for them, but that's not always suitable. So I know you guys don't really mind hearing them though. About Eugenia, your videos on how it affects the body reminded of when you were mega sick. I can't say those words, sorry. Or those letters, I should say. You once passed an orange slice within 30 minutes. Oh dear. Yeah, that really highlights how the digestive system is so badly interrupted. I'm glad that you found your way to the other side. Geordie has tomato emojis. And yes, and I have chickens. I do. I think chickens are better than tomatoes. I do. I'll go on record and say that. Somebody said in the comments, when they realized I did the Snack Crew videos, someone said, I thought you had a backing track to make it feel like chickens. I'm like, no, no, they're real. This is just my life. I thought that was cute though. That would be a real commitment to the bit. You gotta ask, are the chickens a recreational passion or a commercial? Oh, they are absolutely recreational. I don't breed them or anything, but I do rescue them. But I'm not affiliated with like any sort of rescue service or anything. I just do it, especially roosters. And my flock at the moment is 15. You found the juicy peach. Better than tomatoes, yeah. It really sucks. On the software that I'm using to multi-stream, I can't actually see I can't see the emojis themselves, but I can see the name that I've given them. It's like juicy peach. Okay, and in the Eugenia vein of things, I just wanted to cover this. I just pause it before it starts playing. Are you actually going to pause? Yep, we're being good. Okay, so this is a video by Nathan X Savage. I'll link him below. He's a really cool site. He covers a lot of Eugenia stuff. I understand that this is not his main platform. He's mostly on TikTok, but he does do a lot of releasing on YouTube, and it looks like, wow, he's had a spike in subscribers, which is amazing to see. Now, somebody messaged me telling me that, sorry, brain glitch there. Someone messaged me telling me that Eugenia has been blocking people when they bring up the lawsuit. And this is actually what they were talking about. And like I say, it's not quite like a video all on its own, so I thought it would be fun to discuss here. It's only a kind of short video, but I thought it would be interesting to go through with you guys. I'm just catching up. How many roosters do I have? I have 4 boys at the moment. 2 rescues and 2 not rescues. Which software? I'm using Restream. And it doesn't lag because I'm, as far as the internet's concerned, I'm only streaming to one location. Restream is handling the rest of it. You hope to get some chookens of your own? Oh, you should. They're great. They're a really good way to stay present in life, and they've done a great deal to improve my mental health. Okay, so let's have a look at this. So Eugenia blocked Nathan.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, like, subscribe. I know you wanna. So guys, straight off the top, I wanna say I did make an error in yesterday's video. If you guys have watched it, I don't know, because I have taken it down since. So essentially what happened, I was researching Eugenia Cooney's accounts because I realized I couldn't tag her in content.
Stop it. Who's doing that? I missed it. Oh, Giselle, thank you so much. My longest Clucker by far, I might say. She was supporting me way back. Way back. Oh my gosh. Welcome Tamara, Avi, Zenon, Beat Thimbles, Kendra, KR Wrights, Tara, Ruad. Welcome everybody. Liv, oh my gosh, how many did you? Giselle, thank you. My goodness, they're still going. Live Chill Life, Aloe. Oh, Aloe, I'm glad you got one. Oh, thank you. For all of those Cluckers who have just come in, make sure while you've got this gifted membership, go check out my members only videos. I exclusively do videos that I couldn't put on my free to view, you know, YouTube would not have it. So they are next level. They are disturbing, so go into that knowingly. Thank you so much, Giselle. I appreciate you so much. You didn't have to do that, but I'm very grateful.
Anymore, because usually when I make drum videos I tag the creators in the content that I post on Instagram and TikTok, which I think actually I might stop doing now. But anyway, so I was like, why can I not tag Eugenia Queen anymore? Looked at her Instagram, looked at her TikTok, they both look completely banned, and I was like, oh my god, you know, TikTok and Instagram have finally banned Eugenia Queen. This is what everyone's been waiting for really to happen at this point. And me being me, guys, because I work so fast, you guys know I pump out a video every day. I don't stop. I'm like, okay, this is a breaking news story. I'm gonna just film the video, upload the video, edit the video, thumbnail, hashtags, let's go honey.
Bus.
It's funny, I actually saw when he put that out and it's like, Eugenia banned on all platforms. I'm like, no, she's not. Stop it. But he just interpreted what he was seeing as her being banned, not realizing that he was in fact blocked on all platforms. Yeah, definitely go check them out if you've just gotten a gifted membership. Thanks to Giselle. There's 3 of them out at the moment, and I will be releasing another one in the next couple of weeks. They're incredibly heavy, so I need to have breaks in between, which I think everyone gets. I think they understand that.
Club. Another club. Plane. Next place.
And in doing so, I completely jumped the gun, and I realised when I uploaded the video, I had like literally just spam comments being like, I can still see it on TikTok, I can still see it on Instagram. And I was like, oh, because this happened to me once before. And also, guys, don't forget, not that it's an excuse really, but I'm very new to commentary stuff. I've only been doing it since March this year. I have been on YouTube for a lot longer, but I was just doing reaction videos mainly. So I'm still kind of like, you know, if a
Oh my gosh, Sanjay. Oh, what are you guys doing to me? I'm going to be just sitting here going, I don't know what to say. I cannot say. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Who have we got? Oh my gosh. 10 of them? Thank you so much, Sanjay. Mother of Baggins, you got a membership. Megan, Mama Celeste, welcome. Chronically Online, you got one. Monty Ford. Lewis the 8th. Oh, I get it. Lewis 8 Pizza. That's cute. That's cute. Lala, hello. Trot, Thale, Maxine. Welcome, everybody. Go check out those videos if you want to. Thank you so much. Also supporting the growing Chooken community. Thank you. This is Nathan X Savage that we're watching. I'll just move this so you can see his name. Nathan X Savage. He covers a lot of Eugenia stuff. He's got a good sense of humor. Hi, Vintage. Hello. Should that be a thing when we get members come through or gifted memberships? We just do Juicy Peaches spammed. That would be fun. I will leave that in your capable hands. You guys can set the vibe and the culture, but Juicy Peach, I have a vote for. Your whole phone just glitched. Oh no. Everybody pumped for the chicken butter? What? Oh, for the butts. I gotcha. Juicy peaches for everyone. Thank you so much. I feel like I cannot. Words are not sufficient at present. I am without words.
TikTok Instagram account comes up like blocked. I'm like, oh my god, how can a creator block me? Because it's obviously not me. I'm such like an irrelevant person. So I just assume like they've just deleted their account or something's happened, like they've been banned. Anyway, and I looked it up. I logged into another one of my TikTok accounts, typed in Eugenia, and then her account came up, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get cancelled. Oh my god, it's finally happening. So yeah, I will apologise. It's an error on my end. Eugenia appears to have just blocked me on TikTok and Instagram, so she has not been banned off the platforms. And if I'm honest with you guys, I did actually think when I was making that video, I was like, that's a bit strange, because I remember explicitly in the lawsuit, was it in the lawsuit or was it just the person's video I was reacting to said it? Anyway, basically it would look really suspicious of TikTok to delete Eugenia's account, because it would be disrupting evidence. That would look really bad for TikTok and wouldn't go in their favour, wouldn't go in the plaintiff's favour. So I thought to myself, it would be a bit strange if TikTok has deleted Eugenia's account, because it's going to be deleting all this evidence. So I did think to myself, that's a bit weird if TikTok has banned Eugenia, because they're essentially disrupting evidence from this court case going on, or lawsuit, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, you know what, I did think that. I did think it was a bit, it didn't really.
He's talking about my video, by the way. He did a reaction to my lawsuit video when it first came out. Oh, thank you so much, Kate and Casey. I appreciate that. It's still surreal to me that I could be people's favorites, because of course I have favorites as well, and it's like putting myself in that position is amazing. Yeah, his personality's cute. I really like him. You looked at Glitter and Lasers? Yes, that's right. You can still give super thanks. I don't know if she ever had memberships. Some of you said that she never actually had that, but she is coming up on the sites that she's demonetized. So bearing in mind that the demonetization is completely at the behest of what YouTube decides to do. All of the policies are written in a way that gives them all the power, understandably. And it can actually be a partial demonetization, or it can be full, and it can affect any of your other channels that you might have. Sorry guys, I need to do a be right back. Back and out of breath. Sorry about that, my nuggets. You can probably hear the chickens going off. There was warning calls, and we have a lot of predators around, so I need to make sure that they're not being harmed in any way. Just catching up. You're literally I'm literally the only channel you've ever paid for. Wow, that is high praise. Thank you. And you really do think the info I put out is so important, and the chickens are here. You can't find it? That's okay. Yeah, sorry, warning calls. The area that I'm in, because I'm quite rural, a lot of people, sorry, I'm out of breath. I was just sprinting out there. Then I sprinted back inside. Whew, fitness. Because I'm quite rural, a lot of people abandoned cats in the area, which is horrible, but they actually do quite well. So they survive and then cause issues in the area. So without further ado, back to it.
Really makes sense to me. But yeah, anyway, it turns out, guys, I made a boo-boo. She blocked me on TikTok and Instagram. So I just wanted to say that right off the top, guys. Still drama for a video that I've been blocked by Eugenia. We'll delve into that and talk about that in more detail. But yeah, guys, so just to let you guys know, I did make a boo-boo. She has blocked me, but her Instagram and TikTok has asked it up. She has not been banned. So we've...
You know what? I respect a person who owns up to like, yeah, I clocked up, my mistake, here's the actual facts, and then moves on. I'm halfway through a Rachel video at the moment, analyzing her apologies throughout time, and she doesn't do this. This is all she needed to do. This is all StudioDeetz needed to do. Just this, right? And it's done. Where you live, you worry about coyotes. Yeah, that makes sense. Found a pic of some of your crochet animals, but not the one you were looking for. Definitely post. Let me know when you have.
Clarified that now. And in the future, guys, if I come across a TikTok or an Instagram page that I can't access, I'll be like, you know what, I'm a commentary channel. Maybe it comes with a gig. Maybe they've just seen my videos and they've just blocked me. But to me, guys, it really doesn't make any sense in my head because I'm such a small content creator. Like on YouTube, I have like 7K subscribers. I'm lucky if my videos get like 3,000, 4,000 views. My Instagram has like 200 subscribers. My TikTok has 10,000 followers. Maybe that's a bit different, but I'm still like 10,000. We're talking about people like Eugenia have like millions. So anyway, I've been blocked by Eugenia. I've been blocked by Jeffree Star on Instagram, which is weird because they haven't blocked me on anything else like TikTok, but I don't know, just Instagram, I guess. My 200 followers. Oh, I'm crazy. The amount of reach and impact I have.
I love the sass. I just love it. You know, the thing is, and I'm going to keep highlighting these channels, we are the new generation of reaction channels coming through, and I want to see us all like pulling each other up. Like Nathan was kind enough and one of the few who reacted to my lawsuit video and actually credited me for it. And I don't know, there's a few of us, we're all around the same sort of size. Some are smaller still, but I want to keep sharing the love. So Nathan X Savage, if you're interested. Yes, Rachel is my new favorite person to cover. She really is.
And I've been blocked by someone else's girlfriend as well that I spoke about. And that's, yeah, the list is going on. I don't know if it's my error. Maybe I shouldn't be tagging people in content, perhaps on TikTok and Instagram. I don't make any money from those platforms, so I don't actually really care. I'm lucky if I can, you know, afford my light bill at the end of the month with my YouTube check, honestly. But anyway, my little 7K.
That really genuinely surprises me. His content is much better than to just get that little. But yes, so I actually, back when I was planning on starting my reaction channel, and Nathan, if you happen to hear this, I am going to impart the wisdom that was imparted to me. I was watching a lot of Karina Kaboom stuff at the time, and she said she likes to drop little bits of wisdom to future reaction channels. She said, never tag anyone you're covering because it just makes them mad and then they block you. I never have tagged anybody that I cover. The only people that I tag are positive, which, like, for example, I will tag Nathan in this live stream and, you know, shout out, but never like the focus of the video. So I don't know if that helps. Also, keep your professional channel, so your forward-facing channel, separate from your research channel, because they'll never block you if they don't know who you are. Just saying. This is Nathan X Savage. I'll just bring up. He's on TikTok as well. Nathan X Savage. He's adorable. There's been a bit of a boom in reaction channels in the past 2 months. Yeah, there has, for sure. You think you're behind on the Rachel T? Start watching my Rachel playlist. I cover everything in exquisite detail. It will catch you up in no time, Sanjay. And also a fun little binge watch. Oh, can't say the B word. Don't say that. Oh, Ma, I'm going to have to cut that out. Context matters. Don't worry. You really could do a deep dive into Charlie Gold if you're reacting to I'm not exactly reacting to reaction channels. I have said it does feel a little cannibalistic to me, but if they are egregious or have, you know, damaged their viewership in some way, I feel like that's a bit different. Karina Kaboom also said delete all of your private social medias before starting a reaction channel. I did that too. And now I don't even watch her currently. I don't have the time, but yeah. Oh, refresh community. Sorry. And newest. Oh, they're so cute. Oh, they're precious. Is that like a little raccoon and a shark or a dolphin and a little Chooken? Worst time to join in Girl World? No, I think it's the best time. I am so delighted to be part of it. Rachel became a lol cow. Yeah, exactly. And I think that probably sums up what I mean. I'm also working on a video on Hector Kana at the moment as well. So, and between you and me, my nuggets, and you know, because this is definitely a private space. Am I right? This is a private space. Okay. I don't want to name them yet. I have another reaction channel on my radar that I am anticipating a very dramatic downfall relatively soon-ish. So there might be another person on my list. It's basically going to be Rachel and friends. And I've said in my videos about Rachel, like the moment that she turns this around and demonstrates that she's learned and that she's doing the right thing by her viewers, I will be the first one to sing her praises. I really will. I am here for it. I like a redemption arc. I want to see everybody succeed and growth. There is always the space for growth with me. You can trust that with me. It's just that she's not doing that at the moment. I'm sorry, I'm just catching up and reading, not me being silent. You can't see my face. Yeah, totally private. Yeah. No, I'm not ready yet, French. I will reveal should the time come. But I've got my eyes on people because I think there are some people who are getting a little big for their britches and have forgotten their roots and have forgotten why they're here and where they came from. And I just think when that happens, you know, things get said or done that maybe wouldn't have previously. The chai is piping hot. You think Hector Kana is just disingenuous? Yeah, I don't disagree. Did I just bait you all and now you're all just gonna try and guess who it is? I'm going back to Nathan. We're watching Nathan.
Subscribe a channel. I just find it weird, guys, because I mean, if I was a really big creator with like millions of followers and there's a little channel like me making videos on me now and then.
You can say who you think it is, French. I won't confirm or deny, but I'm interested to know who you think it is.
And I wouldn't care. Let it be, because I'm like, who cares? Like, the thing is, guys, do you know how many people have been making Juni content? Everyone has been. People who are far bigger than me. I actually think I might be the smallest channel making content, especially about this Eugenia lawsuit. I think I'm the smallest channel. So I'd be very interested to know if some like the really big commentary channels like Adam McIntyre, Rich Lux. I wonder if these big channels are being blocked by Eugenia and stuff and everything. Probably, I would imagine. You know, I just find it funny because well, maybe not Rich Lux, no shade, but Adam McIntyre gets like 100,000 views on his Eugenia Cooney content. iDubbers gets like, I think like, I don't know, 500,000 or something. So, you know, I'm like, and my little video that I think got like 10,000 views discussing the Eugenia Cooney lawsuit, and you're coming for my 200 followers Instagram account. Whoa. I do understand, guys, I'm a comment.
So I'll leave his video there. Yeah, so I just wanted to highlight, yeah, he tagged Eugenia in his lawsuit video and basically got blocked for it. And I don't know about the bigger people. I haven't been blocked by these people, but you know, it's probably only a matter of time. But yeah, definitely if you're a reaction channel or you're looking to be one, have a separate account that does all of your research, because that way you can still see everything because they don't know who you are. I'm just going back and catching up on comments. I should cover FFG. Amanda, she is definitely on my radar. I just cannot do animal related things anymore. After my rarity video, I had nightmares for legitimately a week. So this new stuff with FFG, non-BBJ related, is absolutely on my radar. You get Snowflake or Geordie. Interesting guesses. You're going to be hated for saying it. We don't hate here, French. We don't. You're just creating hype for when it eventually comes out and you'll be very excited. I hope that's the way you see it. I didn't mean to bait you all because I hate that. There were more pics? Sorry. Oh, sorry. There's an arrow. Oh, cute. Oh, look at the bee. Oh, I love these. Is that a duck or is it a chick? Wait, it kind of looks like me. Thank you so much for sharing those, KRH. I love them. You think some reaction channels push it a bit fast sometimes? Yeah, but everybody has different moral lines. I acknowledge that. You think it's Snowflake? Interesting. Snowflake and Geordie? My goodness, so a lot of you think Snowflake and Geordie. You were sad when you found out about Rachel. You don't think you can handle Snowflake. I know what you mean. I also really like Snowflake. You like his documentaries, Nutty? I agree with you. I don't really watch the B-roll stuff, but the documentaries I absolutely love, and they inspired my work. You're intrigued you unfollowed a few channels in the wake of Snowflake's Discord. Did he have a Discord thing too? Okay, I'm far behind. I'm sorry. Oh, it's getting to that point. Actually, one thing too, I just want to put out there for my really regular people, and I am looking for regular names that I know because I need people who are always in here. If anybody, I might be looking for just a couple of mods. If anybody would want to take on that role who is here frequently and interacting frequently, let me know and I will consider putting you in as a mod, because I think I might be getting to that point now. I just don't want to force a duty on anyone, so I don't want to like name somebody and then feel like they need to take that job. French, you think Geordie's spending more time about the money than reacting? To be fair, he's pretty upfront about that. Geordie himself said he's due for being cancelled. That's hilarious. Geordie's not fake about being greedy. No, it's just who he is. Which I have respect for people just being who they are. That way you can like it or not like it and move the clock on. You're the best mod, little croissant. Yeah, I'll jot you down, little croissant. Thank you. I am taking notes. Thank you for that. That's why I didn't want to like ask anyone, because like it's a thing and you need to know what you're doing, and it's not for everybody. Oh, you're horrible. Okay, well, I'm crossing you off. Stop it, little croissant. You know that I am a trusting Chooken, and then you go and make me write stuff down. Okay, so what's next? Yes, StudioDeetz. Let's talk about StudioDeetz. Sorry, I'm just catching up. Good mod. Yeah, I'd probably prefer people who are really familiar because it might involve blocking people or, you know. Sata, you want the mod, but you don't want the power. Mm-hmm. If you're in my time zone, not the total opposite. Yeah. Well, to be fair, I'm streaming at a weird time for Australians. It's in the middle of the day. Most people are at work. Too much responsibility for you, Fire Rabbit? I understand. You'd be a horrible mod. Hilarious. Anyway, keep it in mind. The offer's there if you want it. And yeah. Okay, StudioDeetz. So, I keep an eye on people. And StudioDeetz, I saw this. So we've got, can you see this? Make it bigger. We've got a deleted video here, and then it reflected in views here. And I'm like, that's interesting. I wonder if it's the video that I think of, because to be fair, I don't follow StudioDeetz. I don't know what her movements are and things like that, but I know one video in particular, of course, and I went looking for it, and lo and behold, it's not there. The apology video. It was called like reaction versus action versus action or something like that. I know it was after this video here. It would have been around this time, and it's missing. I'm reading comments. I tend to stream when you have D&D. I am so sorry, Ian. That is very inconsiderate of me. That was a disappointment. Deetz is responding to criticism that she's not deleting with your improving the algorithm for me. Thanks. Yeah. So I don't know why. Is it privated? I can't see. I don't think she has playlists. Oh, she does. I don't know what playlist it would have been in. It might be privated. I can't see it on this yet because she's too much of a small channel. Regardless, I actually still have the video. I hadn't deleted it yet. And I actually think Girl World Updates. Where are you? Is it that one? Yes. Oh, sorry, not updates. I always say updates. Girl World Uploads has it. Right here, if you want to see it. So, look, I think, yeah, but so you guys know, by the way, I download everything now because people keep deleting shit on me. So now I just have everything. And Rachel's been deleting videos too, but it's too late. I have them. You can't hide from me. I'm telling you. So this is a fun page, by the way. If you want to share this one, give Girl World Uploads some love. They actually put up all the deleted videos. It's a very fun channel. So I think my feeling with Deetz is that I think she's feeling the pressure. I think she's getting some negative backlash, which is a shame, because I actually did finish my video with her in it saying, I think this was just a bad decision, and I think with time it's worth giving her a second chance if you feel like you want to. And I was feeling that way. I really was. And then deleting the apology video, I don't feel so good about that statement anymore, because it's another bad decision. It's cleansing history, which I firmly disagree with. I understand not looking great, and I know that feels bad, and I have no doubt that continuing to watch her subscriber count go down is hard, especially when you're this small. Like, it's consistently going down and still is. And I know that feels bad, but deleting that apology video, it was a bad idea to have done that apology video. It's a worse idea to have deleted it. It's important that we can look back on our history and say, okay, that is not who I want to be, and I'm going to do everything I can to correct my behavior. But when you start trying to hide it, it looks sus as Cluck. Pulling a foodie on us. Oh, hey, John, hello. So, sometimes poop covered Sata. Hilarious. Peptide Chooken remembers. Is this a is this like an ad that you're referencing? So look, I don't know how I'm feeling about Deetz, and I just wanted to clarify what I said in my video as well. I'm really not sure about covering channels that are smaller than me. And when I say that, I mean it's a completely unfinished thought. I don't know where I stand. I'm kind of just assuming that when I get bigger, I will know, like bigger as a channel, I will know how I feel about this kind of thing. Right now, she's kind of within the realm of my subscriber count anyway. It's important to me to adhere to my moral code so that I can sleep at night and so that I can stay connected to my roots and not overstep my bounds. But I don't know how I feel about StudioDeetz at the moment. I'm awesome. I'm your favorite chicken nugget channel. Hilarious. Thank you, John. Thank you. But yeah, it's highly suspect. Highly suspect. I don't think I will be covering her video again, but I think I need to kind of side-eye her and keep an eye on her here. You're just a jokester. I know, John. I know. But one thing that I will note is that her views are way down, and it's so conflicting, isn't it? Because it's like, on the one hand, it's a small channel, and I know how hard it is to build up from nothing. I really do, and that's at the forefront of my mind. But then on the other hand, it's like, well, you're losing subscribers because of actions that you chose to take and are now continuing to do poor actions. If someone's being a hypocrite or a terrible person, they should be called out. Yes, whether they have 100,000 or 100 followers, I do kind of agree with you, Vintage. I'm just making sure that I stay true to myself as I move and navigate through this space. She will cluck up again. Just wait and see. You could be right, French. You could be. Do what feels right. Yeah, exactly, Aloe. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I'm the one that has to stay with my thoughts at night when it's completely silent. And I know what it's like to not be able to sit well with those thoughts. So I will not be breaking to pressure, basically. I will do what I feel is right, whether people agree with that or not. You want a chicken nugget plushie? A lot of people are asking for Vera plushies for sure. But yeah, like actually when you look at it, the views were even better. Like we've got 14 there, 19, 20, 23,000. These are good views. These would pay good money. And then she just did that. This Jenna Marbles 429, but even this Destiny one 2000, you can see that they've plummeted. You love when I post, oh, chat's going too fast. You love when I post Rachel's old videos. Yes. Sarah, I've got them all. There is a deep dive coming. I've just got something that I want to cover first, and then I will be doing the chapter deep dives like I do for Eugenia, but for Rachel. That's pretty much how you live your life. Who can I live with being? Yes, who can you live with being? Exactly, exactly. It's important to draw those lines. What we don't do is touch the poo. Tarnish Jenna Marbles. And like, in all honesty, I made a mistake by contacting Amber directly that one time. And it's funny because she didn't actually respond after her initial response. And I'm glad that she didn't, because I had decided, you know what, this is too close. I don't feel good about this, so I'm going to back the clock off. The Rachel videos are gold. Yeah, they're fun to make. Very fun. You think she's trying to put some feel-good content? Yeah, maybe. I think she's trying to move on. I think she doesn't know how to navigate this, which is awkward for her because the decisions that are being made are just not the right decisions. It's a little bit like Amber in that respect. Like, when presented with two options, pick the worst one, and it seems to be kind of what all of these people are doing. You were just thinking about me, and here I am, just for you, Snow. I did a flourish with my arms that you can't see. I don't know why I did that. Calling Jenna a day drinker. Really? Oh, did too. Ooh. I don't know much about Jenna Marbles. She has eluded me on the internet and the T channels for some reason. Seems like her ego really doesn't want to confront reality in a way that allows moving on. That is a good point. She might be trying to put out feelers to see what videos would get the big views again. Yeah, but the problem is, though, when you've betrayed your audience in this manner, and to clarify, I don't think it was the initial comment as much as it was the video, the apology video that actually did the issues. I think once that's happened, the tactic needs to be just keep posting anyway as if you're new, and you will find your audience again. It won't be the same audience, or maybe people will come back potentially, but I think this trying to navigate it is probably a mistake. I think just if you're going to make the call to be here, you've done what you've done. Definitely don't delete your apology videos, but just keep moving forward at this point. Rachel doesn't have that option anymore because she's clucked it up too badly, but I think StudioDeetz, if they just keep consistent, work the algorithm, it will keep moving forward. It will. Jenna was a golden Chooken. Interesting. She wasn't perfect, but yeah, I mean, who is? None of the drama channels talk about Jenna because finding drama about her is like trying to milk an orange. That's the best saying. Very lol cow behavior. Yep. You didn't care about Deetz's contribution to the Discord. It was fully the apology video and the follow-up behaviors. Exactly, Greta. I'm totally with you. I disregarded her activity in the Discord. She wasn't even on my radar until that video. And that's what put her on my radar. Yeah, she was OG internet famous. I know the name and I know of her existence. I just don't know her lore, I guess. So I know that I have a lot of StudioDeetz ex-viewers with me, because when all of this went down, people were announcing themselves. I'm from this channel. I'm from this channel. I love that. But I'm interested to hear whether you're in the chat with me at the moment or whether you're a replay nugget. Are you willing to give her a second chance? How are you feeling about the apology video being deleted? And is that kind of a deal breaker for you? Because personally, if I have been, and I don't expect you to take on my opinion, that's not why I'm saying it. Personally, if I had been a viewer, that deleting of the apology video would have been a deal breaker for me. You were watching Jenna instead of Miranda Sings. Yes, good choice. Good choice, Sata. You left a comment cheering her up. You felt like a dumbass when she dropped that response. Oh, French. We all got burned in some capacity by this. We really did. It's nothing to be ashamed of. No, okay. Fred, you're being very vague in your response. I'm not clear on your intentions at all. Lappa says no. French, yeah, Sata. French just shows you a good character despite her choices. I like that. You unsubbed when she called Emmeline homophobic. Did she? Really? Deal breaker? Mm-hmm. Let's see how it plays out. Yep. I sense something coming here. This is where my Chooken sense is tingling. I feel like there's something coming. And this is not the person I was talking about before, by the way, but I have my eye on this situation. Snow, are you talking about StudioDeetz? She's a very small channel. No, she was just caught up in the Rachel drama. But if you go back and watch all of my Rachel videos, I actually cover everything from the beginning to the end, and it will catch you up on literally everything if you want. You're still hoping she will redeem herself. Yep, me too. I always leave room for that. Always. You didn't like the obese to beast comment. Yeah, I think she got caught up in a little bit of starstruck, honestly, and I don't think it's an easy mistake to fall into. I don't criticize that. It was the aftermath. She does agree with a lot of stereotypes about lesbians. So, somebody said in my post that apparently StudioDeetz actually said that she didn't feel like she needed to apologize about the whole obese to beast thing, and that maybe that's why the video was taken down. Now, I will let you know, I went through all of the transcripts since that video had been put up, and I can't see any reference to saying that she didn't feel like she should have apologized, unless it was in a members only. So I'm interested if there's anyone here that can verify that. It's been too quiet with that situation. Oh, Clowns, thank you so much for becoming a Clucker. Thank you. I appreciate you. Go check out those members only videos. They are a trip. She was trying to be part of the Cool Kids Club. Exactly. What did Fred say? What was hypocritical? No, can't find it. Sorry. This is the best channel, unlike Revoke with a regurgitated. Oh, thank you, John. The little chicken talking is so cute. Yes, and blinks and flaps wings if I'm loud enough. I like it. There were a couple of ways to do it. This was the way with the quickest learning curve, but there is an even better method that I'm going to invest some learning into to get that up and running. But this is great for now. I think I can even put it in my videos too, actually, not just lives. Ian, is that farm animals in the background? Are you talking about my boys? My rooster boys? Yes, I actually have chickens. I'm not just a weird, like, chicken obsessed person. I actually have chickens. Yeah, so that's this situation at the moment. I'm going to keep monitoring it and see, the thing is, I was ready to, like Rachel, I was ready to drop this situation and didn't think it was going to be something worth continuing coverage on. And yet these actions keep coming out where I'm like, now you're behaviorally interesting and now we can learn things from you. So now I have to make videos on it. They are mascots, yes. Oh, Snow, I love pigeons. To be honest, Snow, something about me is I'm not one type of animal lover. I just, all animals. I'm an animal person. I'm an insect person. I'm a reptile person. So if they are an adorable little being, I think they're wonderful. You used to like Revoke until she started leaning hard into conspiracy theories. Yeah, I don't really know much about Revoke. I've watched a couple of videos, but that's about it. You remembered I had chickens, just didn't expect to hear them. Revoke covers a lot of Eugenia content. You think StudioDeetz thought if she got in with bigger channels, it would slingshot her channel? You could be right there, Nutty. And it is tempting because growth can be so slow at this end of the journey that it is tempting, I think, to want to spur it along, but it's really, really important to think of what the cost is for that decision. And in this case, the cost was clearly far greater than she could afford because she's going way backwards. You have a soft spot for cats, pigeons, and catfish. I would be very interested to know. I don't know much about catfish. What makes them special? You're genuinely so happy to have found this. Aw, I'm glad you found me, Aloe. You love the thoughtfulness and generous spirit. Thank you. It's what I aim to do. I saw you in Charlie Gold's chat too. It's so fun when I'm in other lives and I'm like, oh, I know that person. You used to be an animal health technician. Oh. Fair feather scale. Yep, I'm with you there, Sanjay. I actually have a baby Boots, a baby huntsman cruising around at the moment. I have presently lost sight of him, but he's very cute. Thanks, John. They're very smart and mischievous. That's interesting. So they're really sentient. I love learning that about creatures. He's very naughty. That's fascinating, Snow. Now I'm going to need to learn. I am going to need to go down a learning about catfish rabbit hole. You have chickens, dogs, snakes, and geckos, Kendra. Kenda. That's so cool. You keep tarantulas, Amanda? That's so cool. That's very cool. Yeah. Oh, I'm with you on the plants as well. Yeah. Okay, what is next on the agenda? Yes, let's talk about let's talk about the demonetization stuff, shall we? How are we doing? How long have I been live at this point? I don't have a counter on my new setup. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, good. An hour and 15. Cool. We've got time. Huntsmen are fascinating. I agree with you. I think they're adorable. I leave them inside for a little bit just so they can be my little cleanup crew. But ultimately they get put back outside because there's not enough food in here. But this little baby one has been running around for a bit and it's getting bigger. You like Charlie too? She's funny in a similar way to Geordie, bold, and sometimes says things that raise your eyebrows. But she is highly entertaining. I'm really new to Charlie. I actually found her because of this Rachel stuff. But she's probably my go-to at the moment. Okay, so Girl Please. By the way, this is another one in my generation that's coming up. When I say generation, I don't mean age generation. I mean new reaction channel. She focuses mostly on Chantal. But this is Girl Please. If you want to share some love, still quite a small channel and really good. Still actively uploading. So when the foodie stuff went live, she actually captured this, because I know that I don't cover foodie, but I just wanted to touch on this because it's all part of it. This is now a deleted post on Foodie's channel. And I quote, "Hey guys, PayPal link," in case you didn't know what her PayPal link was. I really, really, really wanted to go live and talk a lot about how I am screwed because, as you know, I was demonetized and I'm not allowed to use any of my other channels either. Therefore, I have no income. Whose fault is that? Is anyone found their sympathy bone yet? I will figure out another platform, probably Twitch, maybe something else, but I need to pay my bills. Crying emoji, like everyone else, so I will go live if I receive $150 total in my PayPal, and I will stay live for at least a couple of hours. Can you believe that? Can you just... Okay, I'm just going to not look at the chat for a moment just so I can get this rant out. So here's the facts of this. You've been existing on a channel on a single platform, I should say, without any regard for their policies, and you've been completely flouting the rules of said platform that is your sole income for years. You even ban evaded back in the day. And then when you saw your co-conspirators being taken down one at a time, not only did you not change, but you actually flipped the Chooken at YouTube, your sole income platform, and like upped the ante on the kind of content, almost tempting them, almost asking them to get you because for some reason you felt untouchable. And then, when you are demonetized, you have the nerve to get on your posts and tell, not even beg, but almost order your supporters who have given you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, order them to pay you so that you will go live for a couple of hours for a grand total of $75 an hour. End rant. I'm looking back at you guys now. Yes, $150 for a couple of hours. Can you believe that? So, needless to say, she goes on, "If more is sent, I will stay longer because I just want to talk." If you want to donate, PayPal link again, just in case you missed it, above the actual paragraph written. Thanks, guys. Yours truly, Grifter Beauty. Yep. To go live and rant about how she's screwed and broke. This woman only like, 6 weeks before was saying, I need $10,000 to get back to Canada. It's appalling. It's appalling. And it's no wonder that she was hit by the demonetization, actually. And I think you all agree with me when I say I'm kind of surprised she wasn't the first one to go. She's leaning all the way in. She is. So she deleted that because she was getting some backlash in the comments, so we can't see the comments anymore. But this is why I love Girl Please. She grabbed everything, and I'm like, I'm not going to look at Foodie's channel. I'm going to look at Girl Please, and maybe she will get some subscribers out of it. I would love to see that. Someone should tweet this to YouTube, 100%. So as Geordie pointed out, she linked just PayPal, not her Twitch or any other actual plan to provide, something worth paying for, 100%. I am so irate that I cannot speak. Girls gotta eat. Greta, I know that you don't know why that line is so funny. When I used to live in the city, you know how every city kind of has its resident eccentric? The city I was in had a very elderly woman who would dress up like Marilyn Monroe and basically walk around in character, but I mean, she was quite elderly and the makeup was way over the top. And my husband and I were sitting in the food court just eating lunch one day, and she was sat next to us eating KFC, and she just had this piece of chicken in her mouth and looked over at us and went, girls gotta eat. It's just... So every time I hear that line, now that's the visual that comes into my mind. Oh, thank you so much, Amanda. Thank you. You didn't need to do that. You swear this woman has oppositional defiance disorder. Sending a super since I don't see or have the option to pay forward membership gifting. Oh, thank you. I think it's just iPhone or iDevices that have that issue. And if you go into the browser, not in the app, it's there. But thank you so much. I appreciate you. I don't know if Fruity... Oh, I think she has a Patreon. Foodie gets demonetized, she's gonna be hungry with no money, and the hangry rage is gonna be epic. Agreed. So anyway, she went on to actually, I might just go to her channel. Whoops, Foofy. Oh, God. See, this is my dyslexia. You guys are seeing it in real time. My goodness. That was embarrassing. For some reason, my brain likes to mix up the F and the D keys, like, consistently. And then I think that I'm overriding it, and I still get it wrong. Super fun. Yeah. So, she's still talking about PayPal there. Thanks to anyone who sponsored the next live. People are giving her money. Unless and until they take this channel down, I will continue to do lives here as well. Now this, we know that in their, in YouTube's policies, any channels that are associated with her or that she turns up in regularly are subject for demonetization. That is completely within their discretion to do. So I expect to see this channel will also be affected at some point. Foofy booty. Doofy. Doofus moody. Oh my gosh. Fun with dyslexia, right? You genuinely reckon she does have ODD? I don't disagree with you, Greta. I think I might have a touch of that too. The worst thing is to tell me not to do something. Especially if you're an authority figure. I do have that tempered quite a bit now that I'm older, but I empathize with the situation. And if I get booted from YouTube altogether, you will find me on Twitch. So she's talking about Twitch. So yeah, no Patreon that I can see. That's odd. You really think you have dyslexia? You mix up the B and D, Q and P. Yeah. Also, hello, Asher. I didn't know that I had dyslexia until I was 32 and just had to like brute force my way through school, which sucks. So my sympathy is with you if you have not been diagnosed. Your 10-year-old stepdaughter has it. It's frustrating. She'll learn to deal with it. So yeah, so I did want to check on see, it doesn't do it for any other letters. It's only the D and the F. You mix up numbers a lot. It's so weird because numbers I'm really good with. It's just the letters. So I think everyone kind of thought that she would be the first or very early one to be hit because she's so open about doing eccentric content. So there's no join button. Sorry. And I'm really zoomed in. She's still got super thanks. So yeah, I don't know if she had memberships and doesn't now. You used to cheat on comprehension tests and not read the text. Only read the questions. Oh, it's so funny you should say that, Asha. I actually realized that I do something. Because my husband was showing me some memes the other day and I'm just like, haha, that's funny, skip, you know. And he's like, how are you reading that so fast? Because reading usually takes me a little bit longer. And I realized if the text is small enough, like as in, for example, like Marshmallow just said dyslexia, Nugget here, hello, by the way. I'm not reading the words, I'm looking at it like it's a sign. So it's almost like looking at an image and processing it that way. And apparently that is really normal for dyslexics to do, where the actual reading of the words is using a different part of the brain. So it's faster to use a different part of the brain. So yeah. You reckon being diagnosed in school wasn't any better? You could be very right. I mean, Star, I think you're a similar age to me. I don't know about you, but I was just told to be normal and move the clock on. You're worried for Candy. Yeah, it will be bad. These autocorrects. You're autistic and dyslexic. Your autistic and dyslexia can be co-occurring. Interesting. Very, very interesting. They couldn't diagnose. Yeah, and I don't know if any of you have like commented to me on a video or whatever, and then I answer something completely different than what you said. It's probably because I've done that function but not gained the context, and I really battle to not do that with people. But I have no doubt that it does happen occasionally, especially if I'm doing things in a hurry. Yeah, it's a good point, French. I don't know. Like I say, it's completely up to YouTube's discretion how they do it. It's by design that they have that power. So what I want to know is, everybody's talking about this 90-day thing, but is there, because in the policies, if you remember and watched that video, I read that if YouTube deems that the policy violation is severe enough, or if they feel that the channel is in its essence a policy violation, then they could make just a permanent decision. And I don't know how you couldn't look at a channel like this, for example, and say that this isn't in its channel's identity, not in a violation of a policy. And I agree, by the way, I do like Candy. I really like covering Candy. I don't wish this on her, but you see my point, right? If any of these women have their channels deemed as in their essence being a policy violation, it's possible that they don't get that 90-day option. It's possible that YouTube was just like, no, we don't want you on this platform. So I don't know. It'll be really interesting to see what happens, whether after the appeals they're offered the 90-day option. And unless they tell us themselves, we really wouldn't know. And that's kind of why I wondered if that's why Amber was speaking in such a permanent way. But I don't know. You're in your mid-20s. No, sorry, Star. I just aged you dramatically. No. I'm sorry. I try to remember the ages that people tell me, but I got that one wrong. I'm sorry. People think Candy is nice, so they don't report her. Yes, Asha, that is kind of my theory too. I agree. And I think it makes sense from a perspective that YouTube won't be removing channels unless they really have to, because they're earning money from them. And so if they don't have to, if nobody's brought it to attention, if there's no paper trail, then why would they do it? It's just the problem is the mass reporting that comes through cannot be denied, and they'll be up for fines all over the world. They'll be up for potentially more discovery documents in that lawsuit. So they're waiting until their hand is forced. And it's just so clucking easy with the women that have been taken down to force their hand with them because they made no effort. Quirky Love Rosee did get her appeal rejected, and I'm going to I made some edits of of the Zachary Michael video that he did, just going through that, and we're going to react to it. It's not the whole thing, it was quite long. I've just taken bits of it. You're genuinely interested in what these women are going to do to support themselves. How will they eat? I agree, and I think Candy would lean further into the predilection content because she's already doing that quite openly. I don't know what everybody else is going to do. What can they do? What job can they do? Even if there wasn't like an employment issue going on everywhere. Aloe, I have done chapters 1 and 2, I think, on Candy. I love covering Candy. She pulls the worst amount of views out of everybody that I cover, and while it's not always about that, sometimes if I make the wrong move, it actually damages the algorithm that takes months to recover from. So I've been focusing on building my Girl World community, and I do intend on bringing her back. So it's just me kind of trying to balance the game that I'm playing here. So you think they've all been doing it this whole time anyway? Interesting, Nutty. Rosee, I think, has the capacity to work, but she would be an awful employee. Like, really, royally awful. I have had her as an employee before. Like, not her literally, but like her type. It's awful. Just lurking and drinking some peppermint tea. I love it, Aurelia. You'll watch the ones I posted already? Yeah, she's fascinating. She is so interesting. Now, I will just specify, Aloe, before you go delving into that. The first video I did on her is the video that I am most ashamed of. I was finding my voice. I was trying to channel Geordie a little too much. I'm not pleased with what it is. It stays up there because I can look back at that and say, I don't like that version of me, so I'm not going to be that version of me. And it is a reminder, and I'm not cleansing history. So I am doing what I preach. Candy's lack of mobility is 100% distressing. It is fully. Her breathing patterns are horrendous, and she stopped doing those public weigh-ins too, so I don't know how her weight loss is going. Can you imagine if I had her literally? Oh, I don't need to have had her literally. It's been close enough. I have absolutely had her as an employee. Yeah, call center or remote call center, 100%. I agree. Out of all of the girls, Candy is the one you root for most. Honestly, I root for all of them, but yeah, I agree. You want to see that redemption curve. Emily was caught selling ALR videos. Really? Seriously? Is that verifiable? You like my storytelling? Thank you, Fire Rabbit. I really enjoy writing them. One of the Zachs was speculating that Rosie's job offer was an MLM. Yeah, that's not good. Noted. Oh, thank you, Aloe. You will go into it knowing that you feel that way. This is why I say I'm gonna make mistakes. I own up to them, and I will learn from them, so I don't do that anymore. When you hear Australians say Geordie, you can't help but think you're imitating. How else do you say Geordie? Oh, like Geordie? Hard R? Sorry, one moment. My husband is messaging me. Okay, we're okay. It's all good. It probably was an MLM. Yes to the ALR videos. Amber denied they were here. She was making noises. It's not verified. No, Chooken is a perfect Chooken. No. And it's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. Who are you if not a collection of your learnings through life? It's okay. But I feel like it would be very insincere if I were to delete the video. And it just, I don't know, it doesn't feel good to delete it. Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right, so I think that exhausts my... Yes, okay. So I have this clip. Now this is... Oh no. What did I do with it? Did I delete it? Did I make it and then delete it? I'm a silly. Okay. Sorry, my nuggets. I'm just going to pop you on a be right back because I've gone and made this edit and then somehow deleted it in my cleanup. I won't be long. Okay, I found it. That was silly. Sometimes when I'm working on videos, my folders start looking like crime scenes and there's just so much, and then I go and do like a clean out and I accidentally cleaned out, you know, the actual video that I want to cover today. Okay, I was just catching up on comments. All right, okay. So
I think I'm just gonna come out the gate.
So just so everyone knows, this is just a bunch of clips that I've taken from Zach's video that he did on Rosee. And I just realized that I'm going to be in the way of Rosee. Hang on a second. This is not acceptable. There we go. I will live over here. So, it's definitely not the whole thing. If you want to go see the whole thing, it's on Zach's channel. I'm sure you're all familiar with Zachary Michael, and a shout out is going to be redundant. But yeah. So this is going to be her. This was her live stream. Oh, actually, I've just nearly forgotten one. First, before we do that, she put up this video on her channel. This is Rosee, by the way, saying this video will self-destruct in 24 hours. So in case you missed it.
Hey friends, I just wanted to record a quick video to go ahead and upload to YouTube to let you know that today at 6 p.m. on Patreon, I am doing a free, no paywalled live. So it's just going to provide some updates about my day-to-day, as well as we're going to make some goat cheese tarts, I think, and I may even prep like some pizza crust or something. I'm going to kind of just make some plans for like the food for me and my brother for the next few days. I'll do that all on live. Just to hang out with you guys, hang out and chat. We had so much fun yesterday, and I have some fun updates to provide. So I wanted to provide some content for the people that are following me over there, who may not be able to pay the $5 entry fee for paid access. So all you have to do is make a free Patreon account and you could hang out over there. Otherwise, if you're not interested, totally understand. I'll see you tomorrow for when me and my brother make the gingerbread village. There's a lot going on. I am hopeful for things moving forward, but I still want to be here and engage with you guys. So thank you guys so much for everything, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
So I am quite new to Rosee, and the only reason I've started tuning into what she's doing is because she was on the list, very high on the list of people that you wanted me to replace Amber with. And so she's very ambiently on my list, but not officially. And can I just say, her breathing. So I believe she's like 34. Am I correct in that? I think she's in her 30s. I actually thought she was a lot younger than that. Her conduct is a lot younger than that. You think Zachary Michael was your first real Girl World reactor? Oh, well, he's pretty OG, isn't he? Your partner asked you if Rosee pushes her chest together on purpose. He said, I don't know. I actually think perhaps she's just leaning forward and the sheer mass of everything is just like pushing everything up. But the breathing is so concerning, like so concerning. And that was my first takeaway when I first started covering Hungry Fat Chick too. Like it is bad. It is scary bad. Like the video, you bet the Chooken Queen would appreciate it. Yes, thank you so much. Like the stream if you would. I would appreciate that. Oh, what was the name somebody just called me the other day and I really loved it? Our Feathered Queen or something like that. I love it. Rosee used to be in the adult film industry. Oh, like Candy. She does it on purpose to get views. Okay. Zach, was your introduction to Girl World entirely too? I actually think, I think if I'm recalling, I'm not sure if my official one was Inaba or Mr. Snowflake. It was one of those two, and it was an accident, and I've been here since. I think that probably speaks for most of us, doesn't it? Okay, so then the video that I've got of Zachary Michaels is this live that she was introducing.
I think I'm just gonna come out the gate with what I haven't been saying, the things that I've been keeping to myself. It has been some time since my appeal was denied.
Okay, so she says it's been some time since her appeal was denied. Now, I actually suspected this because when YouTube is doing an appeal, they are very prompt, and we know that she submitted her appeal some time ago. I expect that she probably would have heard back within a day or two. Oh, yours was Omegan. Yeah, I love Omegan. I do. I have an avatar because of Meg. Because I was thinking, like, oh, would people want to watch me if they can't see my face? And I used Meg as my reasoning to, like, well, he has an avatar, so I can have an avatar. He's awesome. I can be awesome. Your partner was watching Girl World and you started to watch with them so you could talk about it together. My husband is an unconsensual listener to Girl World. Feathery down, mother.
I decided to keep it to myself and process it and allow myself to work on my next moves, allow myself the time and grace to put in the amount of work that I've had to put into on so many fronts. Obviously, yeah, it is a lot of uncertainty, 110%.
I mean, I do think she's obviously doing a little bit more than Amber Lynn, but I really, this might be an unpopular opinion, but I think Amber Lynn really wants to be done, at least for a while. Like, not saying she might not come back in the future, but it does seem to me like Amber Lynn just said, fuck it, I'm not going to sit here and fuck around with, with, like, trying to build a platform elsewhere. Like, I don't find joy in this right now, so I'm not going to do it. And to some extent, if that really is the case, like, I respect that. So I do think Rosee's done more than Amber Lynn, but I'm, like, let's not... Can we not pretend like she's, like, going above and beyond here? Like... She set up a Patreon for y'all to send her money.
I agree with this. And I think saying that somebody's doing more than Amber Lynn, I think Amber has set that bar very low because the bar is nothing. Like nothing. Rosee put a shirt on. Oh, Maxime. Yes, that would have been Sanjay or Giselle. I actually think it may have been Sanjay. But go check out those members only videos while you've got your membership. Yeah, make the most of it. And I do think that Rosee has been a little more proactive, but not sufficiently proactive, I would say. And as we go through, I'm going to elaborate on what I mean by that. Amber reminds you of your mother. Oh, yeah, a little relatable. And it was fascinating to see people see through the lies. Yeah. I always say that my mother is very much Chantal. So you and I, Asha, we're in a similar boat. Drinking another dirty soda. Amber's bar is buried underground. Yes, indeed.
We have yet to see if anybody's gotten, like, videos and things like that. She's done some really bad tarot card readings that felt like maybe it was her first time reading tarot ever, even though she claims that she's always had this spiritual connection.
Now, in this live stream, she goes on a full-on tirade about these clucking tarot card readings. I edited out all of that. I think it's redundant. I feel like at least she was trying something. The problem with Rosee is that she's the sort of person that just doesn't have a lot of skills. So she's kind of putting forward the little that she has. And I know that a lot of people were very unhappy with her readings. But it's just, I don't know. I feel like it's a redundant argument to have about her. Same with the aunt who raised you. She had zero shame. Rosee picks fights with kids online? Really? As like a grown-ass woman? Outed a minor, called police on an Uber driver, and stranded an older co-worker in the dark parking lot at night. Over $12. Rosee only has a spiritual connection to Gucci. Oh no. Nutty. For shame.
So it's just like, have we really put in a lot of work, or are we just trying to make some quick cash? Which, like, respect the hustle. Homegirl, it sounds like Homegirl's broke. Homegirl needs them 6 bottles of ketchup, so I get it.
I think with each and every one of these women are going to go through a phase of trying to work out exactly how much they can optimize the cash flow for as little work as humanly possible. And I think that's why they're not going to jump to trying to get normie jobs, because they know that normie jobs, the like effort versus pay reward is very low. Compared to sitting on YouTube consuming food, it's very high. And I think that Rosee she took that time where she didn't tell us that she'd been denied, and basically spent that time trying to work that out exactly, and now has come to the decision that she actually needs a job. Just going back to Ash's comment, not to go into it, but my father passed in November on your anniversary, and it's brought up a lot around your mother. They remained together. You cut contact in 2014, 2015. Yeah, that is rough. I am with you there, Asha. I understand that is a tough decision, but sometimes one that needs to be made. I've just, in case you missed it, I actually have just gone through a new little rehashing of rubbish as well, because my grandmother passed a few weeks ago. And anytime there is an unaliving in the family, it sparks everybody up to go get stalky again. And, you know, with the intent of, oh, we need to gather the family. It's what we need to do. But no, in actual fact, you're violating my boundaries when I made it very clear that I want to be left alone. So, yeah, I understand. I really do. I'm sorry. Give it time. It all moves through. Time truly does heal all wounds. I'm happy for you, Smocks.
I get it. Like, no shade, but I just, it's fine. It's fine.
There is no other way of slicing it other than this sucks. It sucks. And as much as I'm trying to be positive and understand that everything happens for a reason.
Sure.
And
I am sorry to pause the absolute cluck out of this, but I hate it when people like Rosee use that. Everything happens for a reason. Now, I am a firm believer that things happen, we learn from them. I think it's really good when we are presented with the opportunity to learn from things. And in that sense, when we look back on hindsight, it does feel like things happen for a reason. I can get on board with that. But people like Rosee, very idle, very, shall we say, useless individuals, use it as a way to say, well, if I just sit here and wait, everything will work out. And I do not like that. It is... You need, the only thing that spurs things along is action. And sometimes I think about how privileged these women are to have been born into the country that they're born into, that a country that coddles to the level that women like this can exist like this. Because if you think about other countries that are much less fortunate, who don't have the resources to be able to support people like this, you just don't get to survive in those countries. And it's, I don't know, when I hear it from people like this, because yes, okay, things happen for a reason. They're really good learning points. They're good pivot points, but not in the way that she's using it. If that makes sense. I'm just catching up on comments. Oh, it's okay, Amanda. Thank you for your wishes. In all honesty, I have not spoken to my grandmother in 19 years just because no contact sometimes means no contact for everybody. And, but I did have some feelings around it, understandably, because I have some very positive childhood memories, but my mother also spent a large amount of my life telling me very bad stories about my grandmother. So it's a very complicated situation. I don't know what's true and what's not, but I'm okay now. You had a family funeral, you weren't close to the person the day after Thanksgiving, right? And you had to permaban people from your house. Wow. People do get feral during funerals and weddings, for that matter. I agree with you. Oh, so many of you know an ALR in real life. Your mum used to criticize your dad for that outlook. Oh, so many of you have gone through so much stuff. See what I mean? I feel like I've found my people. We kind of congregate, don't we? Your truth is you think the world is much better without many of those people in your family who have passed, which sucks, but it's the truth. I understand that, Sita, 100%. But it is sad, but it's also good that we can relate so much. It makes you feel less alone, doesn't it? It's one of the things when I started this channel, I was like, I know that statistically I have an uncommon childhood. You guys have heard a lot of it, but not all of it. Some stuff can't be said on YouTube. And I came on here starting this channel thinking, I know that I'm going to be saying some really out there stuff and I wonder how it's going to be received. And really, I just found more people who have gone through it, which is heartwarming and sad at the same time. Hi, Hannah. I'm so glad you made the live too. Heavy moment to come in on. We're not always like this, but we'll get there. You and your cousin have both gone no contact. There's so many no contact people in here. Yeah. It's brought you closer together. That's awesome. Yeah, it is great. It's good to have somebody go through it. So long as they have the same conviction as you. I think it would be worse if you went through it with somebody and they started faltering and wanted to make contact again. But if you're both on the same page, that is incredible. I did not have that. If you know an ALR in real life, exercise that cancer fast. Oh no, don't apologize, Asha, not at all. We all have moments of sharing our stories, particularly in these live streams. You're not the first, you won't be the last, and if it feels right to share, I always encourage it. You don't feel like you brought the tone down or anything. This is what we do, this is what my channel is about. So you do you, whatever feels right. No contact with your mum, best thing you've ever done. I am happy for you, Hannah. Well done. It's tough, it is really tough. You're lucky that you can be close with your family. I bet stories like this really make you extra grateful for having good people. You're gonna go make peanut butter balls with your grandma and cousins. Oh, can you squeeze your grandma extra tight for me and tell her she's awesome? Some Chooken over the other side of the world thinks she's really cool. Yes, Asha, I understand that and can read between those lines, and I'm sorry. Let's keep looking at this ridiculous person and cheer ourselves up a bit. Schadenfreude at the very least.
There's a lot that I'm still processing. There's a lot that I'm still figuring out when it comes to not just my YouTube channel, but me, my life, how I engage with the internet, a lot of factors. Because I have found so much peace since I've finally been, like, detaching from, like, living in the internet. Best way I can word it.
And also, just to be very clear, you still live on the internet. Your job is the internet. Even demonetized on YouTube, you're still leaning on the internet to make this money. Like, I don't understand. You, as far as we know, you rarely leave your house.
I truly can't fathom, like, existing in a world where, like, I'm not a part of the internet in some capacity. But I really need... what this experience made me realize is I really need to detach my income from the internet for a little bit.
Okay, work.
As weird as this sounds, like I'm
okay, so you better put a stop to the Patreon. Is that what she's gonna get ready to say? That she's no longer doing Patreon members?
I enjoy Zach's sass here. I love how she's presenting this like it's her decision to have done so. But the reality is, and what she's not saying out loud, is that had there have been no demonetization, she would not have been looking for an external job. So I know that she said that she has been, but how much do we believe that? Like, why would you? If you're earning thousands of dollars a month from sitting in your kitchen on a little wheelie chair making cluck tons of money, why would you go out and look for a normie job? It doesn't make sense. This stream is chill enough for this week that has been inching along and making you feel tired. Oh, I'm glad I could be here for that. He really does make some very excellent points through it, and there's more to come. You're listening to this while studying for med school. That is so cool, Hannah. How does one... Oh dear, I've lost your... Uh-oh. I lost it. Where did it go? I fully just lost that. Oh, there it is. Sorry. How does one... Hannah, how does one study while listening to Girl World stuff? I cannot. I like putting on some chill step when I'm reading stuff and there's nothing else in the background. Rosee still thinks this isn't her fault. Yes, we're gonna get to that, Prez Hens. For sure, she does. She doesn't get it. Snow, you're listening to this while studying for your diploma of fashion. Oh, it's so cool. That is so cool. I have been making my clothes since I was like 15. I really enjoy it. That's very cool. You cannot have music on while reading. Really? Not even music? It has to be a very specific type of music for me. Otherwise, I cannot. It can't have words in it. You're still here, Fire Rabbit. Love it. Listening with one earbud. Oh, your toddler's sick. Oh, I'm sorry. Hopefully not serious. Have I been to Fashion Week in Sydney? No. I don't do crowds. I'm very antisocial. If there was a fashion week where there was only me there, then I would go. Maybe. But very into design, pattern making, everything, all of it. Okay. Oh, also one thing while we're on the topic of holidays. Now, I did float a no Christmas epic Girl World live stream for those who either don't celebrate Christmas or are not going to be with loved ones over the holidays. A lot of people are really positive on that notion. I am just waiting to find out that, put it this way, while I myself don't celebrate Christmas, there are a lot of people that are very dear to me in my family that do. And I'm just waiting to find out if I need to be at an additional thing that I didn't anticipate. If I don't need to be there, I will be here doing a No Christmas live stream. Oh, Star, you're listening and working on a thumbnail for your other channel. Can we link said channel? I don't think I know what it is. Playing video games right now. Zenon, what are you playing? I will play while I wait for responses.
Memberships and stuff like that, because she's detaching her income from the internet.
That angry or upset about being demonetized, because I really, really feel like this needed to happen. I'm not happy. I'm not like, woohoo, like, this is great. Like, I'm still gonna be engaging in things, but I've already, like, this past week, like, detached so much from, like, the amount of time that I used to spend on, like, Reddit and Twitter and just, like, social media in general. Literally forcing myself to go outside more often.
Where? When?
Like, checking myself in ways that...
Or is she talking about going to her friend's tea shop on Thanksgiving? That's the only thing I've really... Well, I guess she did go on, like, a nature walk or something, I think, with Corby, the person that she's dating now.
I feel like the universe literally forced me to, because I was not doing it myself when I needed to have done that, and I didn't.
Sure.
Do you see that idle language that I'm talking about? The universe forced me to because I wasn't doing it. This is not how life works. Things happen. There's a saying. Have you ever noticed that I've clucked it up. I've clucked it up. Okay, can we all just erase this from memory? Isn't it funny that I get how much luckier I get the more I work, or something to that effect? I apologize. That was bad. You need to do action to make things happen. Oh, see you, Aurelia. No problems. Thank you so much. Ooh, Diablo 3. Nice. And I really don't like the idleness of this language. I don't think she understands how the world works or how you're supposed to adult. This is the impression I'm getting. Granted, I don't know much about Rosee. I could be talking shit. You can't even spell. You and me both. Yes, thank you, Amanda. I've noticed that the amount of luck I have is in direct correlation to how hard I work. This is what I was trying to say. I appreciate you. Thank you. Goodness. Yeah, I clucked it up badly. See, this is the benefit of the pre-recorded videos, because in that case, I would have like just paused my recording, gone and looked up the actual quote, and then read it flawlessly, and you never would have known. See ya.
And I just feel like at this point, I'm going to take this time to do what I should have been doing months ago, which was focusing more effort on outside sources of income.
Right.
Which, like I said, I will not be discussing in detail, like my job hunt experiences and things like that. What I am willing to share is I do have an interview tomorrow that I'm very excited about. From what I've seen and understood of this position, I feel like it would be a really good fit for me. And I cannot believe I got a response back this fast. It's the only response I've gotten, and it was from like a real human being.
Okay.
And it was this morning, after I spent a lot of time job hunting this weekend, which is one of the many things I've been doing. The other thing with like the repeal, once the appeal was officially denied, one of the things that I did was I went through all my old content, and anything that was like Cook With Me related, even though I think the majority of them wouldn't even mention certain topics, but anything like of that nature, anything related to like specific health stuff, anything that could be construed as a possible violation, I ripped the video and deleted it for its entirety off of my channel.
Okay, so if you remember the video I did on Amber's demonetization where I went through all of the policies, You will remember that there were 3 points that they made, 3 actions that needed to be done. And the third action was before the appeal, before, not after, before the appeal, any violating content needs to be removed from the channel. Now, I've heard a lot of people saying to the contrary, that if you delete things before the appeal, they'll hold that against you. No, it is in black and white in YouTube's actual policies. It says before the appeal, you need to do this. And so she's gone and said, here, I've done it, but I've done it after the appeal. Well, that's why it was denied, because they looked at it and went, yeah, no, all of this is still violating. So, yeah, we don't want you. Oh, hang on, Star, where was it? Did I miss it? Oh gosh, did you link it? I think I've missed it. And I agree, at least Rosee has actually had jobs. Yeah, she's ahead of Amber for sure. But is that a good bar to measure oneself against? It's really interesting how Rosee knew exactly what terms and everything did. And let's just have a quick squiz at her channel, because I want to eyeball and see if she's still got like offending content.
Hi friends, it is.
No, shut up. Well, oh, can we just...
Hi friends, it is.
This alone on the front page is not good. What's she got in here? Nothing in here is bad. That's okay. We know that they go to videos, they look at the latest ones. This is a taste testing video, that's not okay. This kind of thing could be considered not okay. There's a buffet review here, that's not okay. So she thinks she's gone through, she doesn't understand, probably because she hasn't actually read the policies. I think she said she tried to take things down but got overwhelmed. Well, it's not really good enough when it's your sole income, is it? So straight off the bat, I'm seeing issues here, and then we know that they go to the popular. Depending on what is said in this video, might be an issue. So again, this is one of the more popular ones. That's an eating video. She doesn't get it. She really doesn't. The problem is these sorts of things, although this sounds like workout, this could be considered promoting the lifestyle, which is problematic. If you wanted to do taste testing stuff on your channel, has YouTube banned it? No, so it's not quite like that. It's not about actions. It's not about individual words. What it's about is the greater context and the greater meaning. And this is why it gets really messy for YouTube, because ultimately what we're saying here is we don't want, what they're saying is we don't want this type of person, the way they are, the way they look, to be promoting this kind of lifestyle, which leaves it open to say, well, that means that somebody at a certain size would be okay because taste testing is okay. So what they've gone and inadvertently opened themselves up to is there's a weight limit on this, and that's not good. That is really not good. But it's about the greater message of what's going on. And people like Rosee, people like Amber Lynn and Glitter and Lasers, they are inadvertently promoting an unhealthy lifestyle, especially if there is dieting, yo-yo diet culture in the message. She doesn't explain things well because she goes off on tangents that are far too long. I know, I noticed that editing this video. Yeah, right, Nutty, exactly, it's the context. So, mistreating it instead of actual reviews, kind of, it's a very grey area that is deliberately worded in a grey way so that they have all of the interpretation power. And the problem is that the mass reporting brings it to Facebook, YouTube's attention, and then their hand is forced to actually act. And Kia 93, if you're interested, I just did 3 consecutive videos on Amber Lynn's demonetization where I go fully into all the policies and like interpret them and read them out and everything. If you want the full story, that's where all the facts are. And they deliberately make it grey because that gives them the power, which is what they want, right? It's understandable. While you agree they're not to be idolized, it's now also, yeah, discrimination, it's starting to look that way. But the companies are kind of put in a position where they have no choice. And ultimately, they're not a government entity or anything like that. They are just a company. They can make these calls. They're allowed to do that. So if you want to be on a platform and you want to earn from that platform, whether you agree with it or not, you need to adhere to their rules. It's kind of just part of it. If you don't like it, don't use the platform. You shortened this from your actual name so it wasn't all over YouTube? Fair enough. So pronounce it how you want. Okay, Care it is. So it's not at all that they are overweight. It's what they're doing with it, if that makes sense. Kex, I do think that they will lighten up, and it's not just the lawsuit though. Remember, it's also the EU and UK have put in heavy age restrictions and fines, and Australia has just implemented theirs as well on the 10th, so 2 days ago. So it's not just the lawsuit. There's actually pressure coming from all over the world for them to not be promoting this stuff or monetizing it or showing it to vulnerable people. So it's such a tricky space. It really is. And I don't think there is a good outcome. I think this is lose-lose for everybody involved. It's such a slippery slope and is setting so many dangerous precedents. And as I've said before, without getting too political, overall, I don't agree with censorship. Overall, I agree with vulnerable persons and minors being helped by those in their life, just because it can lead to very bad things. But YouTube is allowed to do what they want in this space, really. And it might, in essence, be the game over for Girl World. It might be. It won't be for the reaction channels, but it might be for these guys. The tax rules? What have I missed there? What do you mean? But yeah, there's so much going into all of this. And it's funny because I got the notification as a creator that on the 10th, YouTube was basically, don't get me started on the Australian government, but basically YouTube put up a message saying that from the 10th of December, all under 16s are not going to be able to subscribe, like, or comment on a video. What is missing there? If we're really protecting youths, what is the key thing that is missing there? So they can't interact with the content, but they can certainly watch the content. And that's why I say that when it comes to the Australian government, I don't actually think it's about the protection of minors, not to comment on everybody else's, but there's a lot going on there that it's not really for the reason that it is. And I was kind of thinking I hope that I don't see a big hit in my subscriber count, because not because I don't want my subscribers to go down, but I hope that minors are legitimately not watching my content. And at midnight, I did lose 5 people, but in all honesty, I don't know, that could have been a coincidence. It could have been a bot sweep from YouTube, for all I know. Exactly. How is that protecting anybody? I don't know. Anyway, that's enough of a rant. Sorry about that little side wobble. It's not. It's not about protection. If it was about protection, other things would be being done as well. But I'm sorry. I don't want to get political. I don't. It's just when you start to look at the facts, things don't make sense. And that's kind of what I do. So back to Rosee.
So part of my Patreon, and why I don't think I'm ever going to completely get rid of my Patreon, even if I do end up putting more into like in the future, which of course I will be applying for, and of course I will. This is my dream, and like there's parts of this that I want, but this like 90-day period, there's just a lot that I'm still figuring out, and so like there may be some things that I have to go back and forth on. But I deleted pretty much almost all of my live stream replays. There's some left, and some of them are still gonna go. Yeah, the Patreon is in the description, yes. And I'm working like Rose on everything. So what was I saying before the Patreon comment? Oh yeah.
100% Nutty, and that's what I believe as well. And I know that there is an argument to be made that kids are gonna, be kids and they'll find loopholes, but at least you can attempt to set up the education and to keep them safe where you can. It's far better than having companies stepping in to parent your child. That's bizarre. Nutty, the squirrel hero we need and deserve. I love that. It's about pretending to do something, Ian, 100%. And also, I think setting up a permission base to expand upon in future, it's almost a precedent. Hey, Scapegoat, you've been trying really hard to get Foodie to watch my Amber video. Oh, interesting. She could learn from it for sure. You're no hero, just a mama bear that dares you to touch your kid. Oh, I love it, Nutty. I love that so much.
So I'm putting effort into that, and then the videos that I ripped, along with new content, because Patreon has a certain amount of content you can upload per month, like media hours or something. I'm going to schedule out all of that ripped, basically the content I ripped off my own channel to save. I will be re-uploading it for access to all Patreon members if they want to rewatch old content.
Oh, good. I'm sure so many people do.
We call them Rosee reruns. Oh no, I thought that was cute. And then that's going to be
so creative.
That's not going to be like the only content that's going to be on Patreon. I want to make that very clear. That is just like something to help keep consistent posts, as well as give access to content that people may want to be able to rewatch and see. There were some videos I decided to just like nuke completely.
Okay. Interesting.
So, as of right now, my understanding is that the eating and the mukbangs are not the problem. There's been a lot of misinformation. Like, so, for example, someone once told me that, like, literally just got demonetized, within YouTube messaged her, told her what to delete, she got remonetized. That's categorically untrue. If there is evidence to the contrary, I'd love to know, because YouTube told me directly that they are not allowed per policy to tell me what to delete.
Yeah, so that's interesting. I'll just catch up and then I'll get back to that. Oh, hello. Lobster liquor. I'm glad you can make it too. Hello. You have 4 kids. Wow. You are busy. 2 teens, and one's a real rule follower and the other's a boundary pusher. Oh, what fun. Keeps you occupied. Yeah, I bet. Dogs, yes. Nutty. So what she's saying there is correct. So for people that aren't creators on YouTube, what happens when you say violate copyright and somebody claims your, I don't know, like if there's a song or whatever, then it gives you the option to appeal it, but it also gives you the option to trim out the segment. When you do something that violates a policy, like, and you get age restricted, for example, or maybe it just gets a strike, they don't give you the option to trim it out. What they do is they send you a message saying, this is where the offending content was. This message is not indicative that that is the only issue in this video. It's just an example of what is an issue. And it's very vague and you cannot get them to clarify it. Why I think that is because if they turn around and said, okay, delete this, 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 and this, then they're saying everything else that's left is okay. And I think they don't, and this is me speculating, by the way, this is just, YouTube policy brain going. I think if they are seen to say, well, the rest of it is okay, then they are essentially on the line for advocating for that content, right? But if they're deliberately vague and they say, oh, this is an example of what we don't like, but we're not going to tell you if there's anything else, then it gives them deniability, right? So it's your job to take down the video, edit it, and put it back up and see if they're okay with it. Now, one of my videos, I can't remember which one it was now. One of the Eugenia ones, I uploaded and took it down 5 times before I finally got it to the point where their system stopped flagging it. And I had to guess what it was that they didn't like. And that's where I learned that you can't put the condition's first letters together. A lot of people use just the first letters to reference Eugenia's condition. You can't say that. And that's where I learned that that was the case. Hi, Alex. Hello. Oh, I'm so glad you're enjoying my videos. They want to see if you get it, exactly. But also they want you to get it while also not putting any of their situation at risk, if that makes sense. It is annoying that they won't tell you exactly, and it took me a little while to realize why they don't want to tell you. You think they aren't specific to see how you understand? Yeah, that could be valid. It also would be handy because it's kind of like, look, I want to put my video out there and I want it to work for your platform. So you tell me how it works for your platform and then I will make it work for your platform. But that's not how they want to work. Yes, you can also change it for the copyright claims are super easy to work out. But I think that's because they've taken a hands-off approach with that. They're just the middleman and it's all about you and the person claiming the copyright. So they have no risk in that department. And that's probably why they're okay with being more specific. It is awful, Hannah, I agree. Bringing awareness to mental health diagnosis is flagged. And a lot of my Eugenia condition content is educational. And I flag it as educational, which should give me more leniency. But they still don't like it. And there's no arguing it with them. One creator would always say E followed by the letter D. And I thought that was exhausting, but and unnecessary. What do you mean, wide right? I'm not quite, sorry, it might be my reading. I'm not following. Oh, yes, sorry, I'm with you, E. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, the E followed by the D. And that is not allowed anymore. It's absurd. I can't even use my chicken-themed euphemisms because they pick it up. Educational videos should be allowed, and they are made allowances in the policies, but then the actual action of them is different. Tons of true crime podcasts, but every time a victim gets interviewed, it's taken down. Are you serious? I imagine they're all age restricted, like all the time, based on what they say. We just have to create our own language. Exactly. We know what we're talking about. But yeah, it's tricky. But what she's saying there is correct. YouTube is not going to tell you what to delete. You just have to know. You have to read your policies, which Rosee clearly hasn't done, and you have to know. If I were her, I would have wiped it all and just said, yeah, I'll start over. Cluck, cluck, cluck. This kind of censorship did great for abstinence. Teaching in Christian schools, it sure did. No problems came of that whatsoever. Start speaking in Morse code.
They did not give me any specifics outside of what was determined by the TOS, like prior to the demonetization, like whenever anything was age restricted, whatever. It is specifically related to content where you discuss disorders in relation to food.
It's wild to me that she doesn't think that there's any concern with like her eating and eating on camera and things like that. Especially because like for so long she talked about, like, when she first started her YouTube channel and she was winning over people because she was like on track and she was doing really well, she always talked about how she intentionally didn't want to do those things on her channel because it was too close to feeder related content, which is what she used to do when she did sex work, and she did a lot of like feeder stuff, and she's really tried to distance herself from that community. Understandably, she doesn't want to be a part of it. And so she always said she wouldn't because she feels like when people are doing that on camera on YouTube, it feels too close to that type of content. And now she's saying, well, I don't really see an issue with me eating like that on screen. I don't think that's the issue that YouTube has. YouTube just doesn't want me talking about my health.
Yeah, he's right. And if you did watch my videos on Amber, I actually went into some studies that explored whether or not these mukbang style videos can cause harm. Because you might say, you know, who cares? They're only harming themselves. What can they do? But the reality is the things like the lawsuits, things like the age restrictions are pointing to these articles, scientific journal articles that have found that statistically they do harm people, and that's what they're up against. So Rosee just does not get this, like, not a bit. She has no idea about the workings of the platform that was her sole income. Chook English. I like it. They got so many, yeah, they had so many chances. And like, you could say, you know, Amber was the first one taken down, but all of these subsequent women should have seen the writing on the wall and should have immediately changed their actions. And I agree with that, but I don't even think that Amber should have been given a chance, because that didn't come out of the blue either. There were so many warning signs for her that this was coming, and she ignored them. So, and I have no doubt that all of the other women affected had similar sorts of warnings. And I know that because I got the warnings and I adhered to them, and I shifted the way I spoke about things, or made sure to edit, or made sure to take advantage of the system that YouTube has in place that checks everything before you put it live. But these women choose not to do that.
And maybe that's the case, but for her to not realize how those things are related is, I think, part of the problem. I think that's part of the concerning issue here, is that she can't see the connection between those things. Like, you have all of these videos on your channel where you are talking maybe about disordered eating, and then you also have all of these videos on your channel where you might not be talking about disordered eating, but you're certainly partaking in disordered eating, you know? So that's the stuff that doesn't make sense to me. Like, there's clearly some missing puzzle pieces there where she's trying to get like caught up in like the technicalities and the loopholes of it all, as if her larger concern shouldn't be that, you know, like, I get it.
It's interesting that Zach is saying here that she's getting caught up in the details and like the loopholes. I actually think she's looking too small and needs to see like the bigger picture. I think she needs to, if you understand what the platform wants to achieve, which is money and avoiding fines, if you understand that and you understand the way they're trying to do it, then you understand what you need to do. But these women never bother to understand the why behind something. I'll see you, French. I'm sorry I missed that message. Oh, you see. Sorry. No, I thought you said see you. Oh, dyslexia. Oh, sorry. Hi, French. I think they do think themselves above the system. I do. I don't know why. Because you look at Glitter and Lasers having at least a partial demonetization. She has a massive channel. So if anybody was going to be protected, it would be a bigger channel. But the reality is that all of these channels bring in a pittance for Google, like as a company, and they really want to avoid the risk to their greater company much more than they want to lose a little bit of income from these channels. But once their hand is forced, that's what I say, like they're not going to act until they really have to.
She needs to make money. She's concerned that she's demonetized. But perhaps our larger concern should be your overall behavior in general, Rosee, you know? Like, perhaps there's more to take away from this outside of you need to just, like, log off of the internet for a while. Which, by the way, you still haven't logged off. You're still very much chronically online.
I felt that it was time for me to allow myself to open up in that way because I felt like that was something I could do to get something in return instead of doing what I'm doing in this live.
Sorry, I made an edit here. She just had a very extended rant about the tarot reading, so that's where we're at here, and it's a little bit of an edit at the end of this. So she was upset that she got hate from her tarot readings. Yeah, Amber absolutely, I think, thinks that things won't happen to her, clearly. Yeah, what's thousands of dollars a month when it may cost like a lot in fines, because if for example they're proven to have harmed multiple people, it opens them up. It's just it would be a nightmare. It would be an absolute nightmare. She was mainly making money from super chats too. Oh, okay. Yes, that's not good. Hello, Creeds. Hi.
Which is just hitting a top comment and saying, if you want to support my non-ad supported content, please basically tip me and send money. And I don't want to do that, but at the same time, like, I need to figure out what the fuck I'm going to do to bridge the gap while I'm trying to get...
Because she's not a mooch. That is something I learned in the live stream that we did this past weekend. One thing about Miss Rosee, she doesn't want to be seen as a mooch. That's why she paid Corby $5 to take her home.
9 to 5, hired. And who knows, like, if I even get hired, how long it's going to take. And this is just a huge, scary, uncertain time for me. And I did that with the intention of being able to provide something in return. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Can't believe Girl World ruined that for her.
So far, but I haven't heard anything else, and I've done a fuck ton of applications. But I'm glad to be getting in front of a human being. Because generally, I do pretty good. Like, if I can get in front of a person, I interview very well. I have a lot of experience. And this job is a very good fit for my skill set, so.
Sure.
I can't believe it. Like, I was throwing out applications all this time. And again, it's one of those things that just, it feels like, I don't know, it feels like a confirmation, I guess. But I just want to add, Twitch is something that is not off the table, but...
Oh, okay. I was wondering if she's going to bring Twitch up, because Frankie Pink Lights in the chat said Twitch is incredibly easy to get monetized on. Yeah, so why are we not doing Twitch? I already pointed out in the initial video I did about Rosee getting demonetized, like, how literally it's so easy to, like, get the initial monetization on Twitch, and she could easily get to partner, which is going to, like, even pay better. And Twitch will give her the opportunity to, like, grow her platform still.
And that's an interesting point. Actually, I think I may have edited it out, but Rosee had been talking about how the videos that she's going to upload to Patreon will help the algorithm, but Patreon doesn't really have an algorithm. Like, it's not a platform that you can build your community on. It's one that you can reward your community with, a little bit like OF, but you know. And so Patreon is a really odd choice for Rosee to go to, because it won't bring her in new people. And if she's not going to be on YouTube regularly, well, it's really difficult to translate YouTube people to Patreon people, right? You're asking them to get involved with an entirely different platform, and not everybody is going to want to do that. Twitch, on the other hand, is a great platform for discovery, and it is absolutely one that you can start to build your community. It's reasonable, Creeds. What's she got? Yeah, 52,500. It's nothing to sneeze at. So I don't think she really understands what all the platforms do, which seems to be a common theme that I'm talking about. Rosee doesn't understand this. Maybe I should just title the stream this. Yeah, Twitch is a great platform, although one thing I will say is they actually started implementing all of this anti-condition stuff much earlier than all of the other platforms, but they were focusing more on the Eugenia side of things. So I don't know how tolerant they will be to all of the girls moving over there if they want to be doing the same sort of content. Twitch may not like that. Hello, Sarah. Welcome. Foodie, you fear will have to go collect an 850? What is that? Is it like a bankruptcy thing? The chicken, that's Roosters. You're hearing Freddie, Tay-Tay, and Axel. Oh, and Ziggy. I don't know if they're great, but he's saying them with his full chest. Yeah. Speaking his truth. Exactly. I think they'd be good. These are pretty smart boys. Yeah, Ziggy do. Could you imagine Foodie filing bankruptcy again? I mean, she seems to be heading that way. Don't know.
While also making money. Patreon is not going to do that for her. It just really isn't.
I really want people to understand that, like, I'm not only, like, I was doing, like, it took me hours and hours and hours. I ended up abandoning the process where I was putting, like, links of videos, certain videos I wasn't sure about, into, like, a transcript website, and, like, doing Control F and searching keywords to, like, figure out if certain videos were safe or not. And ditching that.
Oh my gosh, she's so ignorant. There are sites where you can just put in your channel and put in a keyword and it will search all of the transcripts on your channel, but she doesn't bother to investigate that. She just, you know, goes full tilt and does it the hard way. So no learning. We don't want to be curious about information, especially when it's our livelihood. This is very Amber Lynn.
Because that just was like, I'm gonna have to handle that another day. So then, videos where I could just tell by the title, it'd probably be a safe bet based on the category. I should wipe them by category. That's what I started doing. So I had to manually download every video, organize all of them. I was so thankful the website I picked, they automatically put the YouTube title as the file title. That saved me a fuckload of time. But then I had to upload all of those to Google Drive because I have such limited space on my laptop. And then I've been doing a bunch of stuff with the Patreon.
What's this got to do with Twitch?
I'm live in 40 minutes on Patreon after this live. So if you want to go join now, you can come hang out with me while I make quiche and apple pie.
I'm good. But what's this got to do with Twitch?
And then, like, you know, I was also working on cameos and then trying to not get literally sick from stress because I have PTSD.
Not gonna lie, it's kind of my face right now too.
And very severe PTSD. And I get physical symptoms when I'm this level of stress. I have not felt like this in years. Twitch is, I have a Twitch account. I don't know anything about it. I don't know anyone well enough that I personally trust to be, like, a moderator to help guide me through the process that, like, isn't a troll, or potentially could be a troll. Like, I don't know who to ask to help figure out shit. Like, I have to put in the time to research it.
Okay, so this annoyed me when I heard it. You don't need a mentor to guide you through Twitch. So when I did this edit, I did this yesterday in preparation for my live stream today. As you know, this is my first day streaming on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. I thought I would time it, how long it took me from literally having no account on Twitch to getting it up and ready for the stream today. 47 minutes is what it took me from the beginning to the end. And that, by the way, included all of the Streamlabs integration, so I get those cute little alert boxes, and it included the multi-stream integration, which neither of those things she needs to get started. So, I don't know, that took up some of the time at least. This is not rocket science. This is very straightforward stuff, and you don't need a lot to be streaming on Twitch. Twitch can get complicated in all of the rewards and things like that, but you don't need those to start off with. You can just get yourself up and running, get yourself a platform, and then gradually add those over time. So, I was cranky. You think this is all of our faces? Yeah. YouTube flock is the best flock, just saying. Well, at the moment, my Twitch flock is exactly one person. And thank you so much. And to be fair, came across from YouTube just to support me over there. I think they have the chat exclusively to themselves. No, Twitch isn't hard at all. You don't stream for a living, but you stream in the background while making macarons. Cool. You even have followers. Nice. It's not a hard platform to get your head around. It's really not. And the fact that she says that she needs a mentor, to me, says that she hasn't even looked at it, because it is very straightforward. You were going to say you're going to start on Twitch, but didn't even think about getting a mentor. No, you don't need one. And their help, because I'm the kind of nerd that when I start on something new, I like to read everything and research it all. And I have done all of that, but you don't need to, right? It's as complicated as you want to make it. It is cozy in here.
I just want to be so clear that if her concern here is she doesn't have the time to figure out how Twitch works, I'm going to tell you, first of all, it's not that complicated. Literally, she doesn't have to do anything special. She doesn't have to set up moderators if she doesn't want to. She doesn't have to do any of that. Literally, all she has to do...
I don't know how techie you want to get started, but look at restream.io and integrate it into OBS Studio, not Streamlabs OBS, and that's what I'm using at the moment on very shit Aussie internet, and it seems to be, I have no dropped frames, so that's awesome. Hello, MX Takes. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. And yeah, if I was needing to stream genuinely to multiple locations, my internet absolutely wouldn't handle that. So as far as my PC is concerned, I'm only streaming to Restream, and then their servers handle it going outwards. You had 100 followers on Twitch when you did it for fun. Not bad. It was really easy. Hardest part was learning how to stream, but actually it's a lot easier. I don't know how long it's been since you did it, but especially if you just get the little studio app on your phone, super easy. I deliberately make things hard for myself. Yeah, because I like everything to look nice. You know nothing about this, but you feel like one YouTube video could have told her how to. Yes, French, I am sure that there is an abundance of YouTube videos. She didn't look at it. It's clear she didn't even try. And it's her income. So how badly does she want it? Y'all are convincing me to make a Twitch and you're technologically challenged. Creed, time it, make an account, see if you can watch a video or see if you can navigate to where you would stream from and let us know. I reckon you could do it with no problems. A mentor, wouldn't it make it more stressful to talk to someone than to learn it yourself? I think so. That's okay, Alley Cat.
is click go live and she can do this exact same stuff. She can do it from her phone. She can do it from her computer. you don't have to have a webcam, and well, you'd have to have it like a part of your computer, but like, I mean like this, like I got a webcam that I use for when I'm live streaming, right? Like you don't have to have all of.
No, he's exactly right. Like the easiest way to do it is to make an account, get the Twitch Studio app, I've forgotten what it's called, and it's literally like hitting go live. It's as simple as that on that app. It's so straightforward. Hi Yoki, thank you so much for the follow. Hello. You've never streamed in your life and you have 23 followers. Well, Wide Ride, that is just how fancy you are, okay?
That you can just click go live. It's like really not that complicated. I'm confused. I'm confused why she thinks that it's gonna take her so much time.
You're confused because she never even looked at it. That's why you're confused, because you're thinking if she had have just looked, it would have been there and so straightforward.
To go figure.
Oh my god. There you go, Creed. Did we time that? Do you know how to go live, Creed? And can I just say, I don't know what you're doing it on, Creed, but the desktop, like the actual website, is probably the more complicated version. If you were to then get the app, it would be very straightforward. Hey, Alley Cat. You went into Ashley's channel and they all ghosted you? Who is Ashley? You're too hard. You're too hard. No problem. But yeah, it's quick, right? It's easy to do. Hey, Noxwar, thank you so much for the follow. All of these people coming in on Twitch, are these YouTube people or are they people, Twitch people finding me? If you're willing to pop up in the chat and let me know, I'd be interested. I don't know, Aloe. I don't know enough about her to know what PTSD she's talking about. Back to YouTube. Okay, thanks. What kind of videos is she doing that she's having that type of trouble? I want to listen to some audiobooks on YouTube by some specific philosopher. I'm sorry, I'm thinking it's my reading. I'm not quite following Zenon, if you could elaborate. Hi, Mandas Max. Hello, thank you. Thank you for the follow. Oh, and Fofo, thank you for the follow. Noxwar. It's phonetic, is it not? Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate that. Hey, it's my first stream on Twitch. Doing well so far. That's your business account. Yep, I thought it might have been you, Amanda. Thank you for the follow. Thank you.
This out. It doesn't make any sense to me. But also, if you do think it's going to take all this time, I think then maybe what you should do is reconsider how you're using your time and spending your time. Because right now, do you think people are like rushing to go look at old Rosee live streams that were like 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 hours long? Probably not. Like, I don't mind you setting up a Patreon. Like, I think that's fine. But I don't think anybody's probably rushing to go get that content. You could probably just take it all down and have it saved somewhere and worry about re-uploading it later. Go set up your Twitch. And by that, I mean, click go live. Share your account with people.
Thank you so much, BBD. And I just realized saying that out loud, what that says, that's cute. Oh, Ian, you're Noxwar. Oops, it is phonetic. Yeah, people still screw it up. Yeah, I mean. Oh, good night, Sanjay. I missed that message. I'm sorry. Oh, Restream just let me know that we've hit 1,000 messages. That's cool. How fun. You think it sounds like Rosee has some complex anxiety issues, and that is likely what's causing her to complicating the Twitch site. I think you're probably right. I think you probably hit the nail on the head there. But this also speaks to somebody who, what am I trying to say? Somebody who feels like when they get overwhelmed, and I'm speaking from personal experience, when they get overwhelmed, they expect people to come in and save them. And that's kind of what it sounds like is going on here. So whether it's going to be her audience giving her money, if she plays the victim long enough, she might feel like they'll sweep in and save her with money, or it might be her parents saying, don't worry, you need to, you can just chill and we'll look after you. And I think that's the angle that's going on here, where in actual fact, if she stopped for a moment, grew up and realized that the only person that's going to come in and save her is herself, then she would invest the time no matter how anxious it made her, because this is her livelihood. But I understand she's living at home with her parents, and that is enabling her to not grow up, in essence. Yeah, damsel in distress. Yes, and I absolutely. This is why I say I always leave room for growth, because I do acknowledge that I also have been there at some point in my life, and I expected everybody else to save me, because I didn't feel that I was capable within myself to save myself. But it's so much more liberating and so much more safe to be the person that saves yourself. You might have to change your username now that Ambi is gone. I don't know. I think it's cute. BPD.
I just don't understand.
To figure out how I would do a live from my phone to multiple platforms, or I'd have to use my laptop, which is just a whole other list of problems. And so there's a lot that I have to figure out, learn, and understand. So
also, why do you have to go live from multiple platforms? Why is that an issue? Why do you need? I mean, it's a thing you can do, just for the record, and it probably would take like a little bit more work that she could probably very.
It was only a little bit more work, like a little bit. Oh, and by the way, that 47 minutes that I set up my Twitch and my Streamlabs labels and my multi-stream, that also included researching what multi-stream I was going to use. Because there's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of options.
Very easily do if she put that into it, but I don't understand why she thinks she needs to be streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time.
Yeah, I totally respect that, French. I do, that you need to be there to save yourself. I can speak for myself, saying that, my mother raised me to believe that I was completely incapable of doing anything for myself, thus leaving me completely dependent on her. And she set me up to basically be a completely useless adult in that way. Unfortunately, when I got away from it, it took me a little while to learn that in actual fact, you need to be the one that saves yourself. From like everything, just do everything yourself. It's fine. It's great if you have people around you that will be there if you need them, but to be self-sufficient is so incredibly safe. She's just making excuses as to why she can't. Yeah. She can't reason with herself or something. Yeah. Oh, hello, I convinced you to start streaming, but you have nothing to stream. Aloe, you'd be surprised how many people love to watch yarn being spun. I think, realistically, I think you can find your people out there no matter what you do. Like, just anything. I don't know, people are very voyeuristic in the way that they like to watch other people's lives.
can go actually, because I'm not gonna have people be disrespecting me right now. I'm not dealing with your shit.
I didn't see whatever that was.
It's one of those things where I'm having to pick and choose where my energy goes, and Twitch is something that's not off the table. But people just yelling at me to go do different things and try different things. And Frankie, you only need 25 followers, which I don't know how many followers I have. I mean, if you guys want to go follow me on Twitch, I don't have it linked, but you can search me. I'm Quirky Rose on literally everything. 4 recurring viewers and 4 hours of streaming. Okay, that's good to know. If people start pulling my Patreon content without with it being behind a paywall, I'm so busy right now I may not do anything about it, but just know that if and when I get the time to deal with it, I'm gonna deal with it. Because
that was a response to somebody named Cellar Door asking, will you copyright strike Charlie Gold if she uses you Patreon content?
So did you catch that? What's happened here is she's taken her content off YouTube, which was free to view, and now she's uploaded it behind a paywall on Patreon. And she's saying now, if anybody uses that content, then she's going to copyright strike them, which, by the way, is not what copyright striking is for. Copyright striking is essentially saying that you are going to take legal action against that person. Alley Cat, are you okay? Is something going on there? I feel like I've missed something. Asher, you feel a lot of shame around asking for help because of messaging from your father, but you're getting better at asking for help. Yeah, I agree. I don't mean to speak to people that can't ask for help. That's not what I meant to say. So I'm sorry if that came across in any way. I was speaking more about people expecting to be rescued, but I also think the inverse is true, that if you need help, you should be able to ask for help. Thank you for clarifying my potentially ignorant statement. You just got to learn to talk to yourself at the beginning of the streaming journey. Star, exactly right. There's a lot of time, actually, even on YouTube, when you're making pre-recorded videos where you're kind of just screaming into the void. You just narrate. You literally narrate. And then when somebody puts something on the screen, you read it out, and that's something else to talk about.
It's behind a paywall. And I'm not dealing with that shit. So, anyways.
So dramatic.
So at this point, I don't really want the unsolicited advice from Twitch right now. I've got enough on my plate. So, there might probably come a time where I want to talk about that more. But
she said, right now, I'm going to waste my time doing shit that will just get me money immediately, but not.
Oh, sorry, I completely got derailed and forgot what I was saying. So regarding the content behind a paywall, what she's saying is she's going to copyright strike like Charlie Gold if she uses that content. And I'm really interested to know how this would go, because yes, you shouldn't be able to publicize things from behind a paywall, although people do. But I just lost my train of thought again. Oh. I was like reading Creed, rude. But the content in question has been made available for free, and lots of people have it. So I wonder how that would actually work. But the reality is it's kind of a redundant question, because if she copyright strikes, say, Charlie Gold, if she copyrights Charlie Gold, then she is saying to the YouTube system, and they take a very hands-off approach, I'm going to take this individual to court. But of course, she won't take them to court because, I mean, she's a lol cow and they never take you to court. So then she's just going to be misusing the copyright strike system. So it's just, I don't know how she thinks this is going to go. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Change my accent? I cannot. It's been previously free. I don't know. I don't know how she thinks that's gonna work. Respectfully, I don't feel anything egregious has happened, Alley Cat, you are kind of annoying people in the chat. At this point, I'm happy to allow it, but just read the room a bit. So at this point, Amanda, not yet. Thanks though, guys. I appreciate that.
Long term. I got you, girl. I understand your game plan.
Now, my focus is, I mean, I definitely need to like cook some stuff because we're kind of like just low on like.
I think this is the issue for Rosee and Amberlynn, honestly, is that they're not thinking long term. We shouldn't bring Amberlynn into this conversation, but I think it's clear that both of them leading up to their demonetization hadn't considered like long-term stability when it comes to being a social media content creator. And that's still the mindset that Rosee's in. Rosee's not thinking like, what can I do long-term to set myself up for success? Rosee's thinking, I need this money now, which might be where she's at. That might be what's guiding it. Like, I don't know how broke she is or isn't, but it does seem like there's an immediacy that she can't waste her time on Twitch when she can immediately get these Patreon subscriptions. She can immediately get people to buy cameos from her.
I think that's so astute of him to say, because I think that's ultimately the problem with all of these women. They really don't think in the long term, and he's exactly right. He's like, she's thinking, I just want to get money now, so that's why Patreon makes sense, whereas Twitch requires a building of a community, especially since everybody else, you know, might not move over to Twitch, and maybe she doesn't want to start, you know, yelling into the void again. And yeah, it's just, yeah. So regarding what's happening in the chat at the moment, when it comes to people viewing my content, I kind of think of it, and I'm not at all saying, I'm not likening my content to art, but I just want to say it is an art form. And in a sense, when people receive the art form, they interpret it and interact with it in the way that brings them joy. And I'm okay with that, even if it's not necessarily in the way that I might want it to be or you might want it to be. But if it's bringing them joy in the moment and they're not hurting anyone, I think it's fine. And yeah, we can just keep doing it the way we want to do it, right? Because most people in the chat are interacting with the content the way that I would also like to interact with the content, but I don't feel like I should dictate how that is. Does that make sense? Yeah.
That's readily available to eat. And so,
Oh, is she gonna bark?
but I need to just focus on making sure that like, I eat and get my rest tonight, for my job interview tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay, I totally understand, Glass. I understand that not everyone can sign up, especially in these times, can sign up for subscription services. I get it. But I have to react.
So that was somebody saying, hey girl, I was a channel member, but then YouTube did their dumb junk. With that being said, I cannot afford your Patreon due to my bills and my birthday coming up and whatnot. Going to really miss you. And see, that's the thing. That's the thing about Twitch, is people could still watch her and she could be monetized. And to be quite honest, she could still have Patreon for additional content for people that wanted to pay for it. But what do I know? I've only been doing social media for 9 years.
Yeah, reallocate my time to things that are gonna...
I love that. For 9 years. I mean, I'm thinking about my time on the internet. Oh, it would be really close to that too. And he's right. He's totally right in everything that he's saying. You think there's a level of entitlement too with these people? They're so used to people giving them money, yes, and on demand, that the thought of shouting into the void is unfathomable. That nearly got me. That's a word. And it is hard, I think, because like when you go from one platform where you have a lot of, you know, support and a lot of interaction and things like that, and then you go to another platform where there's none, it would feel like going backwards. But sometimes in life, we do need to go backwards in order to move forwards. But unless you are able to have sight of the big picture, she's not going to ever understand that. And that'll do it. There we go. Gone. All right. So he's such a good person to discuss the situation, since my understanding is that he's a businessman and owns property. Wow. Yeah. Also, hello, Siesta?
Help me get through this. So there's no way I'm gonna make everybody happy.
Sure.
There's no way that, everyone's got their opinion on what I should or shouldn't do. And I can't just keep taking everybody's information and thinking that, like, I'm gonna do everything everybody says. Like, it's too much.
Sure.
I'm busting my ass just to try to, I'm not gonna fucking cry. Absolutely not. Nope. Mm-mm.
There's a tolerance level. I know you guys understand. It's just, I want to be fair and ascertain what people are about first, if that makes sense. Because sometimes, all we've got is text on a screen, and sometimes it's easy to misjudge people first up. So, yeah. Hello, first time at live. Well, welcome. I'm so glad you found. Definitely get the starting... sorry. Oh, my reading just went out the window. I definitely get the starting over feeling. Yes, you're an author and it sucks going from one site where you've gained a following to another where it's getting no reads again. But diversifying is incredibly important. It really is. And especially like in my space that I'm in here, I think to myself, well, I've got this channel and it is vulnerable to copyright strikes, like inappropriate copyright strikes, because I make sure that I adhere to all of the fair use. But I'm aware that anybody that I cover has the ability to take me down. Well, I need to be able to have a platform to communicate to you all that I'm over here and this has happened and I will be back, Hello, Kim. I have been live for 3 hours and 14 minutes. We are getting to the end of it. You might need to be replayed, but I appreciate you're here. And also, my chicken talks now.
Nope. Oh my god, this is so lame. Give me a second. I'm just stressed out.
And to think I was just about to call it a day when it came to this live stream. I was like, we've been going for 30 minutes. There's only 30 minutes left of this. Like, surely at some point stuff stops being relevant. There hasn't even been a moment where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have to cut that out. Like, she's not said anything relevant in a while.
Oh, hopefully the interview tomorrow goes well. I don't know a lot of details. So... Fuck. Oh my god, this is so lame.
And she's sitting here about to cry, and people in her chat are like explaining to her how people who pay for a membership fee to her Patreon can still use her content because there's a legal precedence for it. That's wild.
Together. I think the hardest part has been how stressed sick I've been. I don't know if other people refer to it as that. That's what I call it. Like when you have, I don't know, if you are someone who has PTSD or CPSD, more specifically CPTSD.
I love that. Not putting all your eggs in one basket. B Thimbles, I appreciate chicken puns. You are a legend. Oh, that's the reason you have a Twitch account for when Geordie was taken down. It's really funny. When Geordie was... oh no, this is from the Alicia nonsense that you're talking. I was thinking the harassment warning he got. Hello, lazy necromancer. Yes, my Chooken talks now and blinks and flaps sometimes. Ah, the notification was late, Kim. That sucks. I'm sorry. Had to go for a bit. I'm still going. Yes, it won't be too much longer, but a little bit. Just a little bit.
How like stress just makes you physically sick. And last night it was like around 10 p.m. I had to literally like yell at myself and tell myself to stop working. Stop, like just check, stop checking your emails, stop responding to people, stop doing like stop making like different content stuff.
Sounds
Stop
good,
thinking
Kim.
about this. Stop doing this. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna write down this to-do list for tomorrow. And then, excuse me. Wash my hands real quick. That's kind of gross.
Oh, girl, the squeaking. That's.
This is wild to me. Her mobility is so concerning. It's so concerning that I just couldn't imagine her doing a job like other than call center work. It really kind of limits the options, doesn't it? It's really concerning. I didn't actually realize she did this until I watched this stream. You must say you didn't realize how much you missed hearing the roosters until you started hearing my handsome voice in the background. You haven't had chickens in over a decade. It is nice, isn't it? Sometimes people complain that roosters are too loud. I think they're wonderful. I don't know Rosee Law either, Asha. It's a good question. Does anybody know Rosee Law well? And can they confirm either why she has PTSD or has she said she has fibromyalgia? I think she did used to do DoorDash, didn't she? How? She got out of breath going outside to her grill during a grilling stream. She didn't stand at the grill, mostly sat down. See, that's... And this is not fat shaming or, you know, making a comedic value of her body in any way, shape, or form, but that is really concerning. How much of life is she missing out on because of this state that she's got herself in? And she's 34. She's a young woman who is getting around like, what, a woman in her 90s? Not even, probably older. She's put on 100 pounds in a year of rolling around her kitchen. Wow. I'm sorry, Care, that this is the first time. Somebody's got to fill the amber void that's been left, I suppose. I'm very new to her as well, to be fair. You just got into Rosee a month ago with Pulpy. Okay, cool. A lot of you watch Pulpy. I've never watched a great deal of his stuff. I've seen a little bit. I like how he goes through all of the lives. Some people think it's very linked to CPTSD. Yes, although it's linked to a lot of things, to be fair. And I imagine being super morbidly obese would be one of them. 34 is a young woman. You feel like you've got one foot in the grave. It does feel like that in your 30s. I'm here to tell you that the 40s are not much better. No, well, you think about it though. 34 is a young woman. Like, there's so much ahead of her, potentially. You're 30 and feel like a baby. Medically kidnapped. Okay. Interesting. She might be an interesting delve. Marshmallow, I'm not sure about... I really haven't been following the art stuff closely because I have some opinions about the art that other people seem to not agree with. Not that that necessarily stops me, but I don't have nice things to say, so I'm opting to not say anything, so therefore not following anything. Kneecaps be hurting like I'm 90. Oh, Creed, I feel that. I feel that, especially today. You ever like wake up and it's just occasionally it's like, oh, today's a bad knee day. Oh, today's a bad neck day. As someone who just turned 34 2 weeks ago, you appreciate being called a young woman. You are. You really are. I don't know. I think I've reached into the official middle age now. I don't know. How long do I expect to live? Really long. Oh, I did hear Asha that on one of Geordie's streams, she said that she's been unable to find a lawyer who is willing to go ahead with the litigation. So it seems that she's reached an impasse where she's not able to move forward with the suing. Yes, I have been aware. Rosee has been obsessed with getting into Girl World. I've been ambiently aware of that. Sounds like a bag of chips or Velcro. You've had bad knee since 7th grade, so your idea of feeling young isn't a good metric. You're 31 and everything hurts all the time. I was complaining in my last stream that I've gotten my body into this situation where I do my workouts every day and I push them and, you know, get the workout to actually be working out, so I'm sore after my workouts. But then if I don't work out, I get a different kind of sore where it feels like, I don't know, cooped up in my body, and I really don't like that. So I'm just existing in various states of sore, like, all the time. Rosee, I think, is part of Girl World now. I think she's just been working her way into it. Could only imagine how much of a roadblock ALR must feel like to her family. Yeah, I do feel for her mother. I know that a lot of criticism comes down on the mother, but from where I sit, what I see is the mother is in a lose-lose situation where I could see that she feels like she couldn't say what needs to be said because Amber will just turn around and play the guilt card or the you were a bad mother card. And so to me, what it looks like from the outside looking in, it looks like a parent who really wants to be in her daughter's life at any cost. So she's putting things on the back burner in fear of a risk of being cut off. You have the same sore cycle. Oh, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Yeah, I'm sure she does. And, you know, credit to Mama Lynn for turning her life around and being sober for so long. That takes incredible inner strength and conviction. And I do believe that she's not doing things perfectly or necessarily well, but I do think she's doing the best she can with the situation she's been dealt. Yeah, it's tough. I think it would be a very tough spot for Mama Lynn to be in.
Care has got to be honest.
Oh, BPD, me too. She reminds me of my aunts, and in all honesty, this is all I'm going to say. I question, regardless of motive, regardless of, you know, outcome seeking, I question somebody that would get online and talk to a reaction channel about their niece. That's all I have to say. It's true. Remember, ALR only moved to Oklahoma as her only option after Jade. Exactly. Also wanted to say, as someone who rescues animals, your chickens are joy. Thank you. They are beautiful. I have to save them. It's I feel like it's my life's calling, you know? It's in me. I have to.
Its last leg, just to be clear.
And I've just been trying to prevent a fucking pain flare and... Yeah. So I'm just dealing with a lot. And none of it is good enough for most of... Well, I shouldn't say that, but none of it is good enough for a lot of people. And, yeah, man, I don't know. It's really nice to see a lot of my, like, regulars here in the chat. I really appreciate you guys, and I miss you guys, and this is hard. This is just hard.
Yeah.
And,
Hello, Nickelonius. For everybody wondering, Nickelonius is the one that coined verified and unverified, and I am forever grateful. Thank you for making it. We're near the end now, but yeah, you can catch up. Be replay nuggets. Oh, Asher. You fear you've given your chronic pain to your eldest child. It's rough, isn't it? You never know, though. Medical, like, interventions, they come so far so quickly. At first you thought the aunt was just venting, but then it got weird. Yeah. Ah, did she? She grew up on Mormon, and there's a lot of religious trauma. Who are we talking about here? Is this Rosee or Mama Lynn? Because, yeah, that factors for sure.
I'm trying to be positive about it. I'm trying to understand that, like, I really do believe everything happens for a reason. And I honestly, something in my gut is telling me that in the long run, this is a good thing. I don't know why, but, like, I really...
Is your gut spiritual? That's probably why. That's probably why. You got a spiritual gut.
You've got a spiritual gut. I cannot. Oh, that was it. Oh dear. Yeah, so what we learned from this clip is that Rosee does not understand anything about the situation that she is in and is doing exactly nothing to correct it. Long story short, now you don't need to watch the rest of the stream, Nicolonius. We're good. This is it. Rosee grew up Mormon. Right, gotcha. Yeah, so that might explain. I don't know. I mean, it's hard, isn't it? Because clearly a lot of us have childhood trauma and various things. I want to put my Chooken back on the other side. But we don't necessarily, like, allow it to prevent us doing things. There we go, back on the right side. So, yeah. We covered a lot of ground today, my nuggets. And it's been 3.5 hours, and I desperately need to visit the loo. I've been hydrating. But thank you so much for everyone joining me, and thank you so much to those who have shared the love over on Twitch. I'm going to keep multi-streaming like this because I think it works really well. And as we've discussed, I also want to diversify my platforms. So, yeah. Pretty sure she just said that whatever I do isn't good enough, so that's already cementing the idea that she shouldn't try. Yeah, absolutely, I agree with that. And it is really hard to turn that mindset around because it's not just something she's telling herself, it's like one of those intrinsic self-beliefs. So it's hard, Oh, I'm so glad you liked it. I always like to come with a selection prepared because I think that's fun, and I think about it all week. And as people, you know, send me things to cover, I thought, oh, that's really good for a live. That's good for a live. But yeah, so I'm currently working on a Rachel video and a Hecticana video, and after that, I'll be hitting up my next members video as well. So thank you so much to everybody who came in. I appreciate you all so deeply. And that is all the clucks I have left to give. Stay golden, my little nuggets, and I'll catch you next time.